So, beginning our one-shot today. Our adventure takes place in Capula, in a region known as the Aha Desert. This region is known for its dry and never-ending desert of ruthless heat and sand that goes on as far as the traveler can see, with creatures that lurk here that are able to take a life at an instance. Trade of weapons has boomed recently, with inventions of pistols, rifles, and a great arm race has begun. A dive located here in a town known as the Dusty Crag, a very secluded area of strung together, essentially hovels of towns, put together, have made it through the dusty desert, and this countryside within the Aha Desert has some magic brewing within inside of it. Though rare, there is something of means of travel and treasure within hunting items where the frontier lifestyle thrives in this region. With many black market traders and gangs, some are giving out knowledge for coin, as well as many looking for jobs that could acquire a huge amount of wealth. Playing games and drinking heavily is an easy way to pass time here in the Dusty Crag while waiting for jobs. As you have all become accustomed, our adventures, you all are going to start here within the Dusty Crag, located in I'd say a pretty much dive bar known as the Thirsty Bullet. You all know that you have met with your contact, Muff McGruff, that has a job that has supposedly enough money that you all can retire and walk away on. There is news of an individual who has been passing through town about a year ago to date, and there's news that he has been coming through again. He has been seen with a large, what looks to be skiff-like metallic train. With word of this individual passing through town, many individuals and groups have word on their tongues of possibilities of wealth, and some looking to make a life-changing score. But at what cost? This is what I'm going to call the Wendigo's Wild Heist. So, you all are going to start in a tavern called the Thirsty Bullet. You three are waiting for your contact, Muff, to meet with you. A tabaxi, essentially thief, black market trader that has been helping you over the past year acquire about 50,000 gold of wealth, enough to live and make it from town to town. Now, the police are starting to begin to get on your trails. Sheriffs within and the authorities within towns have been hanging up posters, wanted signs, many things of the sort. You guys have been basically town hopping to where you found yourselves in the middle of the desert, within a few towns left, with a large, I'd say, mountain range known as the Sundered Peaks to your east. That is where many look to escape. As you guys know, this being in this trade, essentially, you know that this is where this individual is possibly headed, as there's word and individuals just going about. Now, we'll start, you guys are sitting at your table. If you guys want to just quickly introduce everybody's name, Seth, we'll start with you, and then we'll get into it.
I am Stefan the Gentle Rivera.
And what's your race?
A human rogue.
Okay.
I'm Pola Mikog. I am a rock gnome artificer.
I'm Hef, the cannibal. I am a lizard man, and I eat things that I kill by biting them.
And you guys are quite successful over the last year at pretty much everything you've done, from robbing banks to robbing small villages to
And
towns,
people.
eating people along your way, and not to this point have been caught. Though you are now
There's
waiting.
no evidence because I eat them.
As you sit here, you guys are kind of talking, enjoying your time, knowing that for the moment you're safe. Although on your entry into town, you weren't discovered, you weren't noticed, but you do notice that there is a heighten in authorities within the area. There's about a mile or so in between some of the towns, and many of them are just kind of pitched tents and broken down buildings. This is a long stretch in the desert, and that's why it's called as the crag. It's just kind of a hole in the fucking middle of the desert that's just a mess. Now, as you guys are sitting here, you see that there are tons of drinks and what it looked to be games being played. As you guys look around, you notice that I'd say 40 to 50 individuals are packed inside this tavern. You guys look around as you guys are having drinks of your own. You hear individuals, and as you guys wait, as it's about 11:30 at night, many groups are coming in. It seems as if this is almost like a meeting point, and you're not quite sure if this is how it normally is, but they're just, I'd say, are about 7 to 8 groups that seem to be sitting off, definitely separated, some commingling. You hear individuals definitely murmuring words of this individual that's coming to town. You are supposed to be meeting with your contact, Muff, here in about 30 minutes, but until then, the floor is yours. What do you guys want to do?
Drinks, there's games.
There's drinks, there's games. You see people kind of smashing mugs. You see individuals twirling their pistols around, kind of almost shooting them off and then realizing that there's no ammo. But yeah, it seems to be a pretty lively manner. It's very loud. You guys don't have to be too quiet if you guys wish to speak. Though it's a very lively scene. You look around, there's definitely games being played. You guys don't know. You guys just kind of bolted in, kind of made it to a nice spot that you could get into, kind of secluded off into the corner, and now are just kind of having yourself a moment waiting.
I'm just gonna sit and
Everything I want to do
keep
get
my
us in
eyes
massive amounts of trouble.
like scanning the crowd.
All right, give me a
See
perception
if
check.
anyone's like clocking us.
I'm gonna be sitting at a table. With my feet are a little too short, so I don't quite reach the ground. So I'm just
20.
kicking them as I'm working on a little we'll call it like a little disc with like a half dome over
Okay.
it. And it'll be this kind of sickly like green color. And I'm just gonna open it and close it real quick. And as I do that, it's just gonna make the sound of a fart, and it's gonna smell fucking disgusting.
Oh God.
And then I've been working on this for about half an hour, at least, and so now I'm. Oh!
Shit, individual. He's like, what? You see him? Did you hear that? A couple of individuals start chuckling, and then you hear one. He's like, oh God! He kind of elbows the individual next to him. They go smashing mugs, and then they kind of go tailoring off. You see him talking about. For a moment, it seems as if they're getting ready to go play some sort of game. You wait for a moment, and then you kind of glance over, and as you do so, just farting, you see that there's definitely what looks to be some sort of card game happening at a table that a bunch of people are kind of gathering around. Your perception, you don't see anybody
20.
clocking you guys, essentially.
I'm gonna just make sure that people aren't just like focusing
On you. You don't see anybody focusing on you. You do see what looks to be like someone looking to come, maybe a waiter or a waitress. They kind of come up to you, not really paying attention, kind of soaking in, the environments. They come up for a moment. So what are you going to need? You see a human about maybe 60, 65, kind of weathered within the storm.
I'm assuming that we have money, right?
Yeah, you guys have your starting gold. You guys will have at least like 5,000 gold each.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys have acquired about 50,000 gold.
How much is that in platinum?
Do we have paper currency?
No, not
Like
here.
Western?
No.
Platinum, it'd be so 5,000 would be 500 platinum.
Now you guys all have a horse, so you guys don't all just keep it on you. So you guys each have a horse that's outside of the
We have to
stable
order
as
whatever the
well.
fuck we want from this inn, essentially. Probably honest.
What'll it be? Anything?
Water.
Well, fucking what, eh?
Beer.
The strongest alcohol
Alright,
you
It
got.
doesn't take much from me.
5 silver.
Just mine.
Silver for the beer. You guys drop it. He comes back.
I hand him a whole platinum,
He just looks at
and I'm
you.
like, I want all of the strong alcohol.
My God. Better be careful passing around money like that, but yeah. I'll bring you the best bottle we got, or the strongest thing. Hope you can handle it. And he takes it and he
brings back
heads off for a
alcohol.
moment.
Like,
As you guys sit there,
Yes.
you guys wait a few moments, and then a couple individuals, female, one dwarf, one like halfling, and what looks to be a pretty decent looking individual human. They all come up and, well, hello there, travelers. You guys look to be well worn on the road. Anything some fine ladies like us could do to ease your travels? Maybe ease your stay? Make it a little bit more enjoyable.
No,
Are you sure?
I am positive.
Oh, come on. And she kind of like goes to lean on you a little bit.
Oh my god, and just kind of like fuck off.
And they kind of just stand off for a moment. What? Well. Rude. And they just kind of walk off. Now, as you guys are just sitting here, what are you guys doing? About 10, 15 minutes have been going on.
I'm like spinning a coin and smoking whatever I have is Jeff. I don't know, a pipe, tobacco. Who cares?
I'm just keeping an
smoking
eye out.
something.
Gruff. Smoke the gruff.
All right, so you guys just wait a few moments. Your drinks are brought. He brings you, after about 10 minutes, a large, dark, like colored bottle. He drops it down. I didn't open it. I figured you could do that when you were good and ready. I don't want to ruin it.
Okay,
That's been aged. We don't know how long.
I'm excited.
So, I'm excited, actually. I want to see what it does to you. It just kind of hangs out for a
I'm gonna
moment.
take a swig.
Okay, so you're just taking a full
It's like
gulp
just a
here.
normal drink, yeah.
All right, give me a Constitution save.
Fuck. It's wrong if they need a con save right off the bat.
Can't save.
Yep. As this is just burning down your throat and into your stomach.
18.
You fight it off for a moment, but this just woke you up like fireball
Nice.
times 10, like ripping down. This is definitely not wine, not a beer. This is something.
It's some good shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm closed them. I had some. I'm
You
keeping
just kind of
this.
cork it. And boom.
Yeah,
He just
it's
kind
mine
of
now.
he watches you drink it. And he's just like, wow. And he just kind of takes a step back. Wow. And then he just heads back. He goes back on attending other people. You hear the crowd a couple tables down, something happening. Oh, oh. And then you guys kind of, glance over and then go back. You see a couple more individuals enter. At this point, you see kind of like a hooded figure wearing what looks to be like a leathered brimmed hat, kind of pointed upward, and then rounded off and like kind of sunken in some places. You notice the fur, even though it's a little bit wet, as it must be starting to rain outside. You couldn't tell over the weather or the sound that the weather has possibly changed. And as this enters, you see that this is Mr. McGruff. As he enters, you notice he kind of darts around and then clocks you guys for a moment. He kind of makes his way around, not to be too apparent that he's working directly with you, and then grabs a drink and kind of sits off. Like, all right, come on. Meet me in the corner. And he kind of goes over about 20 feet into this corner that's not very well lit. This is kind of a custom as how you guys have spoken in the past. So you guys grab your drinks, grab your things for a moment, go over. He waits a few moments. He kind of leans up against the corner of the wall. All right, so, this individual, he's about a town back. He's going to be coming here tonight sometime. He's riding some big old metallic horse, if you know what I'm saying. Never seen anything quite like that. It's enormous. It's got at least 4, maybe 5 train car things on it. He's got guards, and the individual wears all white. Supposedly, he's some sort of arms dealer, or maybe has something to do with some of the Vespum trade. Now, Vespum, you guys would know, is kind of like the oil that is very prominent here in the Ahad Desert. It's kind of how the rich get rich. I think that we're gonna need to stake it out. Need you all to gather a little bit of information. I think I was made at the last town. A couple sheriffs were following me. May have led them here. So we need to be on high alert and ready to go. But then you see kind of in the deep, like dark set of his green eyes for a moment as he looks very intently at you. This train, or whatever it is, this individual's got some coin on him. This could be the last one we need. At least the last one I want. We could easily hijack this thing, or just take whatever's valuable on it, skip town, head to the Sundered Peaks, become lost men, and call it there. We know the authorities have been looking for us for the last couple of months. Good thing they're stupid. This is an opportunity, boys. What do you think?
I'm in. You had me a giant metal horse. Whatever that means, I'm in.
This thing moves with 2 large things connected with a bend in the middle that's not connected. Some sort of like wind or reverberation thing. I don't even know. It's whoa, 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 whoa. It's loud and it moves. It's got like metal, I don't even know, armament things on the side. It looks like it's armored. And it's got compartments broken up on the inside. It's multi-layered, I don't even know. On the inside, I can only imagine. The guards are even well-mannered. So imagine, saw the individual just for a moment. He had rings, and his shoes were probably more worth everything we own. Whatever's on that ship, whatever they're transporting, it needs to be ours. I don't know how to drive it, though. That's an issue.
Or cock if they were out.
We can figure it
Or we could find a driver! Or maybe someone that has any idea what this fucking thing is. You gotta... So... What was that?
I'm sure cock could figure it out.
I'm a pretty smart guy. That being said, if we were to find someone to drive this thing, where would we even be?
I have no idea.
Me
And
neither.
who would he? And how would we find a driver we can trust?
Money! We just gotta make it maybe a day or two.
Yes, let's trust thieves we're not associated with. That's a great idea.
True. You guys kind of look around. There's an awful lot of groups here, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they look pretty healthy.
Oh, they're thirsty. They're thirsty. They want what we want, boys. It's gonna be on soon, lads. We need to be on our toes. This is what I'm saying. Maybe we offer a little bit of coin, get a little bit of this knowledge. Maybe something we don't know. Jesus, your neck all right.
It's a chronic problem.
My goodness.
I'm short in this, so the stature doesn't really work.
Woo! So, say, maybe we just go around. Maybe a couple of the groups are drunk. Play a couple of the games. Maybe hear him say a few things. Get a little bit of that free knowledge. What do you
Although
think?
The next person that comes up and talks to me without my prompting will get eaten.
It sounds like it's I need to go.
Yeah, because I will eat somebody
Well, don't do
if they
that.
do that, and I don't want to get us in trouble.
Yeah,
I'm
don't,
not having a hard time controlling myself. That drink didn't help.
You see McGruff just kind of staring at you like,
I'm saying this like completely relaxed. Like,
My whole body, I'm just sitting there sipping water. I'm just like, I'm totally just eat a guy like right now.
Do it and
just ripping off the.
fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
Never mind. Can't get the fucking words out.
All right. So we're trying to find some information. All right. You don't want to talk to anybody. That's probably for the best. We don't need any.
He just wants to
murders tonight.
fucking eat somebody.
Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse.
How about this? How about this, then, one? Look at me. Look at me. You can eat someone. One of these fucking sheriffs. They're gonna be coming after us.
That's the plan.
So how about you go away outside, watch God, instead of just fucking doing nothing, sitting here just talking about doing nothing. Do something. We're on the clock. We met here. You're not just to go and drink. Let's do something. Earn some knowledge or something. I don't want to get caught.
I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna add as we've been speaking. I'm gonna just keep fiddling with this little fucking half disc that now looks kind of like almost like a flying saucer. But on the bottom of it, it has 4 little like wheels. Well, so it looks kind of like something you get out of like a Wendy's kids meal.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna like stash that in my pocket. I'm gonna hop off my little chair, and then I'm just gonna walk towards wherever they're playing cards.
So you make your way over. As you do so, you notice Muff kind of just leans forward. He starts lighting what looks to be some sort of tobacco, and he just kind of looks over at you. So, you ever decide if it's Hefe or Jeff?
F.
Sticking with it? 50-50 today? I like it. Keep the authorities on their fucking toes. Now, go wait the fuck outside.
Oh.
No!
I don't think going outside is a great idea because I'm like a 7'2" green and yellow lizard man who has a wanted poster with
Right,
F the Campbell on it.
When they see
So
you,
me standing
right,
outside would probably be a bad idea.
you don't,
Standing in the back of the bar.
you don't want to draw attention, you mean?
Yeah, that's why I'm back here.
That might be a good idea. You're a smart one, are you?
I'm a wise one.
So you don't want to go
I don't know
watch.
how to do math.
So you don't want to go keep watch?
Pretty smart.
God damn it.
I'll go and keep watch.
Alright. He's gonna go keep watch.
I'm not even wearing a shirt.
I can't even say this guy's whole name half the time. You guys wait a
I stick
moment.
out like a sore thumb.
He just goes and he heads back to the bar and grabs
A
another
terrible
drink.
lookout.
Now, as you are heading up, you notice that there's a decent amount of individuals that start to be playing what looks like some sort of card game. You wait a few moments. You notice that currently it looks as if a very game accustomed to putting down gold, being dealt what looks to be some sort of numbers, and then matching these numbers up to a certain amount, and then bidding more. Then getting what looks to be another sort of matching number randomly given to you, and whoever has the highest without going over seems to win. The winner takes the pot. Any ties are split. And these individuals seem to be pretty smashed. There's about 8 individuals and there's room for 10, but the stakes are getting kind of high, and the buy-in right away is 100 gold. You wait a few moments. If you want to learn a little bit about what's going on, you can give me a perception check. If you want to just kind of hang out, wait a few.
On the way out, I want to go into someone's coin purse.
You want to steal? You want to try and?
Some
Pick it.
random person's coin purse.
All right. So as you're making it on your way out, give me a sleight of hand check. As you see this young, what looks
33.
like, oh Jesus, you look and you see what this young individual, I'd say what looks to be a half-elf female. She seems to be completely drunk off a few drinks, and many individuals are kind of hitting on her. Her what looks to be like a purse is sitting on a side little desk that has been knocked over, and you've noticed it. Now she just kind of has no idea, and you just kind of grab it, toss it behind your back, and drop it into the side underneath your like pant pocket, and put it beneath your cloak a little bit, and just walk on out. No one seems to notice, and as you do so, as you make it outside of the door, and you kind of let a few individuals in, and then the door kind of swings, you look inside, got about 3.5 platinum in it, and you notice it's got about maybe 50 copper. Now, give me an investigation check if you're really digging in or if you're just glancing.
No, I'm just like looking in.
Yeah, that's
How
all.
far away
That's all
is
you
he
can
from
see.
me?
I'm not gonna spend time and.
He is
risk
about,
looking
I'd
competent.
say, 40-ish feet from you.
That's close enough. Just like washing out for no man.
3 platinum,
I
5
had a
gold,
16%.
50 copper.
All right, so what is it? Yeah,
50 copper?
50 copper. As you sit here and you kind of are just watching, you notice the same individuals kind of keep winning the same like 2. You're not quite sure who, but they got like these, they're kind of crew members behind them. You notice one off to the right side of the table seems to be dressed in a very like darkish leathered black. Many of the crew members seem to be very flaunting of rifles and what look to be pistols and things of the nature, just by glancing at them. Very heavily drunk from what you can tell. The other side of the table, you see a very old, what looks to be, not quite sure, it's kind of cloaked individual, wearing like a hooded robe almost with a hat over top. At first glance, you think it might be, I'd say, a possible dragonborn, but you're not quite sure just by the makeup, and they're pretty rare, but the snout is pretty prominent, though you're not quite sure. You kind of take a few moments and you notice that these two are kind of winning, and the one with this what looks to be snout-like individual has a few individuals behind them, though you don't really see any guns. They seem to be rocking mostly like beast hide attires, very chitin wear for the most part, almost like sand dune type, like they've slain what looks like some large scorpion beast at some point and made ornamental armor and stuff out of it. Very like native tribe-ish almost. And they kind of sit here behind. The rest of the table seems to be just kind of flowing in and out, people trying to get in at the table. You wait a few moments. Within the crowd, what was your perception?
16.
You hear one individual speaking to another as they kind of start watching. So, I hear Sam Purse's one on the right there. He's like, oh yeah? Yeah, he's cleaning out half the table. He doesn't really need the fucking money, but goddamn can he play it. Yeah, well, he always wins, it seems. He comes in here and cleans out half the dusty crag whenever he can, and his missus is out on her trips. Yeah, well, for all I care, he just needs to deal with this individual that's coming. Maybe I'm gonna join his crew, get in on whatever he's gonna be doing. There's more than a reason. Just playing cards and betting money to be here at a time like this. Yeah, you might be right. These individuals kind of keep going back and forth talking about this same person, and after a moment, it seems to be this, human-like individual on the right that seems to be dressed in like this black leather for the most part, wearing like a cowboyish hat, tipped with almost white feathers, and for the most part, as you kind of look around, you see that opening does open at the table, and no one takes it for a moment. If you'd like to join, you see the opportunity available. You don't have to.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
All right, so you go down.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up, I'm gonna saunter up,
Yeah.
right? And I'm gonna almost like hop, like, joyously up onto this chair.
Yep, so you just kind of whoop, and an individual is getting ready to go. Oh, okay, well, I'll go after you then.
Yeah.
You kind of sit there, you
Yeah.
see an individual.
Fuck off.
Oh, that's gonna be 100 gold there.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Yep, up. You put it on the table. After this, you see individuals. All right, buy-ins, everybody. You buying it? Gonna go up.
Yeah.
Yep. You separate out half of your pot and you put in, and you see everybody now, 10 people, put in 50 gold. Roll me 2d6. The table rolled a 4 and a 3.
2 and a 3.
2 and a 3? Alright, so you see the table, they fold. You see other people at the table, everybody else is sitting there. Now keep track of your number because everybody else is hidden.
Okay.
So you got a 2 and a 3.
Yeah.
You see everybody else, they're kind of looking around. About 4 people. I'm out. Nope. Everybody else, another 50. You put in 50, and then you see this blacked, leathered individual. 100. Puts in 100. Everybody turns around. Well, I'm out at that. And then you see it gets back to you. Are you in at 100?
In the time that I was spent watching this game, did I figure out what was the bust? Like,
Not at 16.
Wait, what is it? What?
Your perception of 16?
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
You just know that there's going to be 2 more rolls.
Okay, so there's 3 rolls total, and then black, the gentleman in black, put in 100. Did I see what he rolled?
No, you don't see anybody else's.
Oh, okay.
You just saw the table. The table
house.
folded. Yep, the
Okay,
house
okay.
folded.
Oh, interesting. I'm going to make direct eye contact, and I'm just gonna giggle, and then I'm gonna be like, yeah, 100 gold.
Kind of looks at you. You new here?
Yeah. Are you?
No. He just kind of puts his head down. At a glance, you could tell he was human, maybe in his 70s.
Yeah.
Slick white hair, long, kind of braided in the back. As it goes back, it goes to the other individual that seems to have been winning, this kind of tribesman, chitin wearing, hooded individual. He sits there. As he does, I will match. He puts it in the house, divvies out another set. Now roll me one more d6. Okay.
Okay.
You see Sam. He turns. I'll check. It goes to you.
I don't know what that means.
You see the guy. Well, you can check if you want to wait to see if anybody else will match your bet, or you can bet a certain amount of gold, or you can end your round and lose what you've bet. If everyone at the table checks, no bets are made this round. But if one person bets, the individuals that checked will then have to match the individual's bet, or have to end this round.
I'll bet 100 gold.
Both of the individuals kind of look at you. You see the hooded individual. Do 100 gold. And he raises you another 100. Sam.
This is the sand guy.
Well. Huh. 300, huh? Just to raise you 100. Or do I match you? Kind of looks at the opposite end, not at you. I've been able to clock you. That hood you're wearing. Why are you wearing it anyway? There's no response from the individual. He kind of looks at you. This guy. So you. What you got? Think you're gonna beat him? Me and him been going at it all night.
Yeah?
I want to beat him.
Okay.
Think you can?
It's kind of up to the dice.
I mean, you're not wrong, but all right. How about this? And he kind of looks around. Now everybody's noticing because obviously you guys are talking. I'll make you a bet. We can beat him out of this table. I'll make you a deal.
Oh yeah?
After the table's done. Deal?
Wait, which one am I talking to?
Same. Purser, the black cloak, leathered individual.
The white. Oh hell yeah, I like this guy. This guy's dope.
All right.
When they're making like a spectacle, right? At this point,
Yeah.
I've moved closer.
Okay, you move closer. Now, as you are out
Keep
front,
an eye
give me a
out for us.
perception check as this all is happening.
Right, +6 for that. 21.
21. All right, so as you sit here, you look around, you see two horsed individuals that you've seen a couple times. You're not necessarily sure of who the individuals are, but you notice their attire. These seem to be sheriffs. You notice as soon as they come around, they seem to be, as you are outside here.
I'm just kind of sitting in a chair.
Yep.
If there is one, just like.
Which one are you? Blue, you're like out
I'm
front.
kind of just like
Okay.
hat, kind of like.
You notice them coming around this bend here. It looks as if they've been in town, kind of patrolling about, and
From what I can tell, they're just patrolling, or are they like actually going towards the?
they're heading like towards you in a sense. They're kind of making their roundabout. They're not necessarily heading towards you. They're just kind of making themselves in that direction. Now there are people out in the street, though it is very scarce. It's about 12:30 at night. As the game goes on, he matches the bet. He does not raise. It's back to you. It's another 100 gold if you want to stay in. You see Sam. You got the coin, boy.
Yeah, I don't know what total I'm at now. You said I had 5,000 gold, so I'm still good, but and well below that.
You're 100 in,
Yeah.
and if you want to match, it's another 100.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody matches. Sam gives you a nod. The next round goes. Ooh. All right. Last round of bets.
Do I still need to roll? Do I need to roll?
Yep, for this is your last round. You should have 4 d6s.
Okay.
He looks at you. I'm gonna bet 500 gold. Boy, you look confused.
Always.
Are you drunk?
It's the joys of life. I'm sorry.
Did you steal that coin, or you're pretty like?
At this point, like out of a little pouch I have, I'm just gonna pull out what is like a tube that is a series of sliding. It's 4 different like hexagons attached through a rod,
Okay.
and there's just an empty slot, and it's essentially like a tubular Rubik's cube,
Rubik's Cube, yeah.
and I'm just gonna start playing with it.
You
See, I'm not a people person, but patterns and numbers, that's where I'm at.
You see the dealer. No cheating at the table, sir.
This is a toy. This is a chill. I got this at a fast food place.
Huh.
I have to keep my hands busy. I have dice that I could play with before, but now I have to have something.
Well, are you in or are you out this round? Because I'm gonna bet if you're in 500 gold.
Ride or die.
Ride or die. I like this one. You see the dealer, and he just kind of raises a brow and makes it back to this individual. You hear one of the people behind him kind of lean in and whisper into his ear. He kind of. All right. In. And he shoves in what looks to be pretty much the remainder of his pile. You see Sam, he's like, didn't have quite as much as I thought he did. Kind of leans back. You see, as the dealer now, all right, show your hands. And everybody kind of rolls over. You see Sam, he's like, 19.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
He just smiles and sits back.
Hold on. I got.
Dealer's like, and you?
Hold on. Let me think.
5, 2, 2, 3.
Yeah.
12.
That's 12. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. Yeah, sure. I'll push these forward. 12.
12. You see the other individual on the right hand side, he waits for a moment. And he waits a long moment and he kind of just sits back. And then he just gets up from the table. And he just starts to walk away. And the dealer's like, whoa, what's your... And he kind of leans over and flips him over. And you see he had 18. And he's like, Oh, back to Sam. And he pushes him the winnings. You see Sam, he's like, pleasure doing business with you. So, and he kind of motions to one of the individuals behind him. Take over for me for a minute. Oh, yeah, drink, I think.
A little bit, yeah.
You guys see him get up and he motions for you back towards what looks to be the bar where you saw the individual gathering your drinks. He once again starts stoking on some sort of pipe of him and makes his way towards this bar. At this point, you see these sheriffs are about 100 feet from you, maybe 200 feet now, bending around, and you see them hop off their horses and they walk up to some sort of house and they and you see a light flicker on inside, and then an individual open the door, and you can't quite hear what they're saying, but you wait a few moments, one of the sheriffs is led inside. That's all you see while this is all going on. You, on the other hand, what's your character's name? Jeff? Hef?
Hef.
Jesus. Hef?
Hef.
As you're sitting here watching this all go on, give me a perception check.
16.
You
Plus 3.
faintly
19.
you faintly see what looks to be some sort of dartboard looking like thing being brought out into the center of the bar. This is like what looks to be some sort of shooting gallery that is starting to form in the late nights as some of the other games and activities are being kind of shut down. You hear some individuals kind of arguing, I'm telling you I'm a better shot. Oh, I bet your fucking wife you're not. All right, I'll bet that. You hear a couple individuals go on over as they're setting up this large target that kind of gets pushed over. You hear it kind of like scraping on the wood floors. As you get up and you start walking over and you see Samdy's. Looks like someone's probably going to die here soon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of leans back. Here's 250 gold for your trouble. And he kind of just slides it over.
Thanks.
I don't know who that individual is, but I don't like him. He was wearing a hood the whole time. Who comes and doesn't show their face?
Yeah. Who wears hats inside?
I mean, I wear a hat, but got a problem with hats?
I mean, I'm not wearing a hat.
The name's Sam Purser.
Okay. Percy, you said?
Purser.
Purser. Okay, Sam Purser.
Ever heard of me? Oh, jeez.
Have I ever heard of Sam Purser?
Give me a history give me a history check. As you see now, he's got like this slicked back, like white hair.
16.
You notice as you kind of just glance over him, you see these double guns with like wolf heads on the end of the pistols. And as soon as you see that, you're like, oh, I stole from this guy. Like, straight up, this guy's got to be rich. He must be pretty prominent. And when you stole from him, you notice that he had a decent amount of guns and explosives in the area. He was kind of like a smaller dealer in the area. And you know that he crossed like some large individual sometime back in the day to gain a large amount of wealth. And that's why you guys even hit him up in the first place. So as you guys are kind of sitting here talking, you immediately are like, oh, I stole from this guy at some point. And yeah, so that kind of hits you for a moment. You know that he's got ties to some individuals with money. Oh, jeez. So, what you doing?
Well, Sam, I can't say that I've ever met you before, but I've at least heard rumors and things about going on about your whereabouts and whatnots.
Well, I think you should really think about something. If you're willing to work so easily at the table, what about working on a job I got coming up?
What a quinkydink.
Well, and he kind of looks around, he leans back, takes a hit of his pipe. If you haven't noticed that there's a couple groups here.
Yeah.
You know why?
I'm hoping it's not the same reason I'm here.
I have a feeling it is.
I have a feeling too.
I got a feeling that if I don't draw a couple ties with a couple friends here, there's going to be a lot of dead bodies in this here bar here soon.
Believe it.
Now, and he kind of motions at that target. Everybody out there is pretty goddamn drunk. And once they start shooting that target and somebody loses, it's only a matter of time before more guns start popping out. And at that time, I'm going to be already out of here. I highly suggest you do the same. So if we could maybe work together, I might be able to save you a little bit of trouble. If not, it's not to say that my crew won't be locking the doors when we're out of here. Catch my drift.
You look back at Lizard Man, half over here, and you see the rising tension in the bar, and I'm just like getting more and more excited. Like my back's straighter, like I'm like, yes.
You can smell the blood.
I have like a fin on my head like a lizard. It's like it's starting to like arc up.
Now, as this is happening, you guys see and hear, well, you see
Oh, that's not good.
and hear this. And over the side of this, like about 50-foot kind of small ridge wall, you just see this dust start kicking up along the night under the moonlight sky. You wait a few moments, and the loud sound louder. A couple of the people, you see lights start turning on. And then you, for a moment, hear this, and you see about 5 to maybe 700 feet off this large, shiny, almost like cargo unit, trolley unit. I don't even know how to explain it. Like a skiff, a metallic skiff would be the best way to explain it. You see it kind of hovering for a moment above the sand, and then after a moment, you just see it and kind of sift down and land, and these leggings kind of jut out and append into the sand and then gate down in this cargoed, like I'd say almost 4 to 5 cargoed unit, metallic, with like you see branches of like barbs and handles and things popping off of the tops of some of these. Some you can kind of see through. There's almost like this light tintish green glass. Some are completely encased and very sleek, and at the very front, this almost futuristic looking like cargo unit. Like you've never seen anything like this. Like you see parts of it have been ripped off to almost like make the other parts of the hulls of the back end. Imagine like the front of like a NASA ship would almost be what the front of this looks like.
And then the rest looks like a patch job?
Kind of, yes. And you see that the back has kind of been made very similar size, almost like a large rectangular, almost tube. And you see that it's all one unit, but it looks as if it's been like sectioned up into different like sections within this cargo frame.
Is this like what we were waiting for?
Mm-hmm. It looks like as if this is nothing like you've ever seen. Like,
I'm gonna go in the bar, find Gruff, like, I think the mark's here.
so you open that up and you see Gruff, and he kind of walks
I
out
got,
for a
like-
moment, and as soon as he sees it, he's like, oh yeah, that's it. Shit. We need to get the guys. We need to figure out, and at that moment he starts pulling you inside. You don't need to be seen. I think I was made at the last town. Remember. We need to get to our horses, get the crew, and at this moment, as you guys make your way back into the bar, you guys start making your way back towards your guys' table, more towards like the back end, centralized part of the tavern. You being now at the bar, Sam, he's looking around. I think it's about that time.
Yeah.
You hear "Ka-ting! Bullseye!" You see Sam, he grabs his drink. Next one's probably not going to be a bullseye. When that happens, you see him and he just grabs his pistol and catches it and just turns his back, starts making his way towards the back door. He's like, "Crew, what are you guys doing?"
I'm
Find Cog and go, time to go.
All right, so you're going up. He's like, all right, boys. He comes making his way over to you. We gotta go.
Okay.
We gotta go like now.
Follow the man in black with the wolf pistols.
Oh yeah? Where's
Out the back door.
Body?
By 8.
Yeah.
You see, like, I'm now starting to like.
Oh, there he is.
I'm disappointed, but like,
All right, now at this point you hear.
I thought I was gonna have to fucking
He's like, ah!
pull this guy.
That's not a bullseye. You hear an individual. Well, you didn't. I shot farther than you did. No, you didn't. Well, you see a couple individuals start getting closer. He did shoot. What kind of pistol are you using, though? Well, you didn't tell me I had to specify that. What kind of bullets are you using? The ammunition. Well, you already dented part of the target there. It kind of glanced part of my angle on my shot. I couldn't. What? We should have used targets. We should have been shooting from the same pistol. Why are we using different pistols? The arguments start to ensue. You see a few women, yeah, he's the cheating one. And the women start kind of bickering back. You see immediately pistols are drawn on each other instead of the targets. You guys start making your way to the back. Now, as you guys are doing so, you see one bullet get shot from somewhere in the crowd. Immediately, an individual slumps down to the ground. You momentarily just turn and look where there's just a brief halt. And then everybody just kind of draws guns. You guys see the one entrance towards the back where Sam just went. And you guys start making your way there. Yes?
It's like, go.
You guys start taking off towards there. As you do so, you see Sam sitting right there as he's holding onto his gun with the rest of his crew just waiting outside the door. He sees you guys making his way as he's smiling, and his crew, as they go to close the door, you see Sam, he just kicks his foot out and holds it open. One moment, and he lets you guys just kind of, and all four of you just run out, and then he kicks his foot back, she slams it down, and about 5 seconds later, you just hear, and a ton of gunfire just starts rattling off and riddling inside of this tavern. You see just bullets and bullet holes start ricocheting out as you and this black crew with Sam Purser just start running away about 50 feet towards this building on this side. You guys are now located on this side with 6 other individuals and Sam Purser. You now see the 2 sheriffs as well as 8 more that were located about 4 buildings off to the side start making their way into the town hearing this gunfire. As you do so, you hear, it must be them. As they go off, they just start tearing off on these horses. You see Sam just kind of waiting in there. He kind of looks over, seeing all the abruptness going on. He's like, all right, boys, you know what to do. And at this point, you see individuals from all the housing start making their way out into the street, seeing all the commotion that's going on. And this is when Sam Purser and his crew, you see them, they start breaking open windows in this town. You see his crew start hopping into these windows, and they start gathering things and pillaging from this town. They start throwing things out, clothing, all kinds of makeshift towels, individual I'd say armaments and anything that they can get their hands on that they think of value, and they just start throwing it out of the windows. You see 2 other individuals gathering large sacks and just gathering it all up. At this point, Sam just turns to you guys. Y'all don't see nothing that's happening here. Gotta feed the boys somehow, and it's not coming from my pocket, so let them take whatever they want. Now, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Who are
I'm just like sulking in the I'm just like I'm
who's
brooding. I'm just
this
like,
guy?
like,
What's yeah, this one. It's Brian. Whining. What's your problem?
I miss the free food. The tavern.
That's it? Well, that's anyway, this got free food.
they
What
get
the
it.
Don't worry, Tap. You get free food soon enough.
What about you? What's your story? You in?
Don't know what I'm in for with you.
Well,
I'm
do you
with
need
him,
to
though.
know? Well, if you're with him at this point, I think you're in. We're
Well,
gonna go
I guess I
steal
am.
some stuff. Are you in?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Can we trust this guy? This one's not even fucking talking.
I trust this one more than this one. This one has pretty straightforward. I know what this guy's about. This one, he eats the things he kills, no matter what. That's pretty straightforward. As long as he doesn't kill you, you'll be a-okay. That one, I don't know. But he seems like a pretty good guy. We've been working together for a couple years now. He hasn't stabbed me in the back yet.
All right, boys. Gather it up. You see the guys start kind of jumping out of some of the buildings nearby and hurrying up now.
How many people does Sam have in his group?
6, including him.
Okay. Are any of them of other than him?
They're kind of like darkened bandanaed for the most part that you guys can tell in this brief instance, and they are wearing complete blackened leather. I would say you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary, but they also are pretty hidden in their attire for the most part.
He's the only one wearing anything awesome.
Yes, that is really like white flared,
Yes.
tasseled. So he waits a few moments. You see that there? And he kind of motions through the building where because right now, this large train would be about here. Motions over. There's a reason why I'm here in town.
Same.
And I thought so. You see McGruffy just kind of sits there. All right, now, what are we really after here? Because I think that, we're all here after some coin, and if we're going to be talking here, Mr. Purser, I think we need some coin in return. Well, no, easy there, pussycat. We'll get to you in a moment. On that train there, that's what we call the electronic skiff. Well, at least that's the name I've given to it. That's Wendigo's little cargo unit. That family, they traverse some of the most expensive munitions and trade goods in this region.
Wait, is it Wendigo spelled like the monster? I haven't eaten one of them yet. They might have one.
Oh, I bet you there's some sort of rare beast on there that you can munch down on.
Nice.
We'll get you that Wendigo.
One of those units, they almost always have exotic animals on.
I'm excited.
See how your free food.
Now, problem is, my crew's not so good at the good old fighting, if you know what I'm saying. I gather the knowledge and the intel, but my crew, they're only good for thieving. I need someone that shows a little bit of muscle that can break onto this here train. And you see McGruff. Well, that's what we were gonna do. Shush, McGruff. I'm gonna talk to you in a minute. Now, your crew here, I need some muscle. We need to get on this here electric skiff. And we need to take whatever is valuable on this cargo unit and make sure that he does not get this. If we can divert this train in entirety, we can make bank, my brothers. You know what I'm saying? This thing could be worth 500 or so thousand. Platinum, gold, who the hell knows? Just the guns and the possible inventions that could be on there. Shit, one of the beasts that they travel may be worth a couple 100,000 gold. So, we want the train, or whatever this thing is, but we don't want to wreck it if we don't have to. Kind of looks over at it. Damn thing looks like it's from outer space. So we need to figure out how to control it. I know Mr. Wendigo. His name's Johnny. And let me tell you this. I'm one of his enemies. I double-crossed him about 50 years ago when we were about 19, 20 years old. Something his family found out of the sky. They wanted to start some big old expedite trip. I don't even know what, and I didn't go. His family went, found some respum deposit. Also, found something else they said. What do you know? Firearms. Within the next 5 years. They had full control over it in this entire region, and then it spread like wildfire throughout the rest of Capula. Next thing we knew, I asked them if they made it. And they said they didn't, but they helped manufacture it, get it around, the regions. And that's how they do it. They got another one just like it. It gets them all the way around these regions, real fast. Now, we got about a day. He's gonna leave sometime tonight. He's just gonna be stopping through. If he makes it all the way east to the Sundered Peaks, he's gone. We can't track him in the mountains. He's gonna move way too fast. Our horses, let alone on foot, can we barely go through there. But with that, I've seen it. It's able to ride right over some of the mountain cliffs and the sides real easy, like it grips to it. Never seen anything. So, plan is, we gotta develop a plan. That's why I called you here. I didn't like any of those other groups. Many of them are just pillages, nothing new. I recognized y'all from town back, saw your wanted posters. Knew you must be something good if they got posters out for you.
I go into my bag and I hand him a rolled up piece of paper.
Keep an eye out for the sheriff.
And
Give me a perception
that's
check.
it. And when he opens it, it's going to be my wanted poster. It's going to be signed by me, Jeff.
23.
That'd be half.
Yeah.
He looks at it and he's like, I don't need one of those,
Yeah,
but
you do.
all right, I'll take it. Only if this is you saying you're gonna take on this job. There's a couple other groups here in town you might be interested in, or pervy too, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm your best bet. As you look around,
I ain't a picky.
you notice that
or picky
the
employer.
tavern / the Thirsty Bullet from where you were just in, the guns have died down for some reason. You notice that some individuals are kind of making their way out, crawling. Some are not making their way out.
Do I see any of the sheriffs?
Oh, they're keeping like a perimeter on the outside.
Are any of them coming towards?
No,
our
they're
direction?
pretty caught up on whatever's happening at the Thirsty Bullet. You guys wait a few moments. He sees you noticing that. Don't worry about that. We'll handle them if they come over here, won't we? He kind of looks at you.
I'm kind of hungry.
We're gonna have to worry about that eventually. If we go out into the desert, I'm just gonna tell you, he's probably got some guards. If not, sheriff's already working for him, trying to keep guard of his their cargo. So what do you say? Split it. My crew gets half. Your crew gets half.
Because
What?
we employed a bunch
Okay, never mind.
Well, it seems our crew's doing all the heavy lifting. We're doing all the fighting and the killing.
I mean,
So I'm thinking 60-40.
all right, how about this? I got one skiff no one knows about. Rides on the sand. Stole it, though. Now looks over at the sheriff's. One of theirs. Got lock and key here in town, though. That's how we're going to keep up with him. But we figure once he sees us, no good. We're going to set up about 10 miles outside town. That way we got a little bit of head start. Set the
Is
skiff
the
up.
train here still?
Yep.
It stopped?
Yep.
Go on now.
Sheriffs are.
Why don't we go on now? Because
I
it's
see
stop.
Happy Meal 1
Listen.
through 3 guarding the train. It
Yeah,
ain't hard.
everybody on the
Hard,
stop
hard.
train's able to, help. But if the train's moving, whoever's helping operating, that's at least one less body. People might be sitting down, possibly sleeping. That's a couple less. People might not think too much, but guess what? Stop train means people are stretching their legs up and about, moving around. They're active.
They're on guard.
That sounds more fun that way.
You want to go on ahead, by golly. He looks at McGruff. Working with a bunch of retards, aren't you? And he kind of, they're not retards. He just fucking eats people, I guess. That's the only reason why he still hangs around, I guess. I don't run it. He just looks back and seems just like, anyway. So, here's the deal. He's probably going to leave here in about, I don't know, 6-7 hours. Probably going to take a little bit of a rest. We need to get set up if you're coming with.
Oh, no, I'm not the smart one.
60 for my crew, 40 for your crew.
Other way around.
I got the skiff.
Okay? 50-50, but we get the skiff after the job's done. It sounded like it was a hassle anyway.
And I get the train?
We get half the train.
How the fuck are you gonna...
He's talking.
It's 50-50.
What
We
are
get half
we
the
gonna
train.
do with half the train?
Actually, why don't you pay us the
How you gonna move
value?
half the train?
Let me finish, damn it.
We get half the value of the train. You can keep the entire train.
Yeah, deal.
All
We
right.
gotta get out of here somehow.
Yeah. All right. So you get the train. We
How
get
am I
the
supposed
skip.
to...
So we have an escape route. You have an escape route.
We need a way to move the cargo too, so yeah. I can't do it on goddamn horses.
Yeah, that sounds. I mean, sure. Fuck it, why not? Yeah. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
All right.
He reaches over.
50-50.
Deal.
50-50. Sure, why not?
50-50.
Nah, fuck.
Skiff train. Here we
get
go.
cool, we get cool skiff. That's all I care about.
Alright. Deal. You guys wait a few moments. Now, Skid's fucking huge. Kind of looks over. It's almost similar size, almost. That train, it's a little smaller. It's old, though. Moves like a boat.
That's fine.
We just gotta get her going.
Oh.
We gotta head to the desert, though. No time to prep other than now. Crew! And he kind of snaps his fingers, and they all kind of jump out and come together. Get the sandy bandy. It's time. They all make their way over. All right, we'll be back in about 15 minutes. He kind of makes his way over, and then you and Sam and the rest of your group, he kind of motions over. And you guys, after a few
They're
moments,
bandits. I get it.
you guys make
Took me
your
a
way
minute.
over through a salvage yard where they start taking off these huge drapes and tarps. You see this large, like, lurching sound as this mass is kind of rolled over and put back upright. And then you see this small little gnomish individual rip off his black leather mask, and you see these like blue runes going all the way through him and all the way through his skin. Sam kind of, yeah, he's actually not from around here. Kind of stole him from Wendigo a long time back, and he's able to move these here contraptions, if you know what I'm saying. And you see him, and he kind of walks over, and he gets into this old, just kind of shit skiff. And you realize he kind of goes into it. You wait a few moments, and then you see this,
We've been scammed.
and it kind of just sits
Without
there
him, we
for a
can't route
moment.
the skip.
Oh, I'm. As soon as like this like gnomish guy like when you said he goes into the skiff.
He just walks aboard, like up top. He goes
Yeah.
up this ramp, enters the ship while you guys are like onto the ground, and just after a few moments, you see it start levitating a little bit with this small, slight hum.
Are there any like exposed like?
Give me an investigation check.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. It's a 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
Just by looking, you wait a few moments, you see it looks to be like a normal kind of very low, about 5 to 10 foot high skiff with low wooden walls with a sail, but it kind of looks to be a little bit for shit as you see these like small blue humming like runes that kind of emit under the bottom of like a central location in the back lower part of the ship.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just immediately gonna start poring over this skiff.
Sam kind of looks at you.
I was hoping for
Yeah.
desert sand boat.
It looks at you.
Stand there type shit.
Wind's not that fast around here sometimes, unless there's
I
a
was thinking,
storm.
like, a fan.
Oh, we got those.
I got
This one's faster though. We got to keep up with an actual magical skiff here, boy. That means you got to have one of your own. You know what this goes for on the black market? Your life. And about 50,000 more of them. So, value it. You guys look around. Now, we need to sit here and we need to gather the rest of our stuff, get on here, and we need to make it out to where we know that his little contraption is going to be in the next 8 hours. Make sure you bring all your gear. There's going to be things probably out in the desert that we need to be ready for. And you're here to make sure we're defended. I'm making that very clear. I'm not bringing my entire crew. I'm going, as well as one other, and he points to the gnomish individual that got on. That's it. The rest of these guys, they're going to be holding downtown here, thieving what they can for the next night. So that's why I hired you. So, we need to get going. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Is there anything you guys want to do in town before you guys leave?
In town? No. On this skiff? Absolutely.
All right, so you guys go up a small little, like 5-foot ramp that leads you right into this skiff. As you guys go up, you feel it kind of lurch down for a second, then it adjusts to your weight appropriately. You guys see it's not the coolest thing, but it's got 2 small sails that kind of go right up the center and one towards the back. It's float and got a smaller, like 5-foot raising in the back. It's pretty operational. You guys hang on it for a moment, and then you guys realize that in the back you see this gnomish individual kind of sitting in what looks to be like this kind of enclosure with this seat that he's kind of lurching around in and moving. You see Sam, as soon as he gets on, he snaps his fingers and the guy literally like starts glowing blue, and the whole skiff starts to slowly like blend into the environment. It doesn't go completely invisible, but it kind of like starts to like kind of camo in a little bit. You guys start moving very, very slow. It kind of pulls back and then lurches through, kind of slams into part of a building and makes its way just on the outside of town, and it starts making its way literally right up through here and right around to the back end of this train, where you guys are about 80 feet behind it, and you guys all can give me perception checks. You guys are getting now a decent look at whatever this large train-like structure is.
Yeah, I'd also say I wanted to like see if I could find anything while we were passing by it. Ooh. 25.
25, 14.
I'm getting there. Give me a second.
McGruff got a 15.
17.
Plus, got 19. All right.
17.
All right, so you guys literally see this is, for the most part, a 2-part unit. You have what looks to be like the engine and then the rest of the unit. And it is all kind of connected, but about halfway through the cargo units, there's like a bend where another cargo unit detaches. And the only thing in between the 2 cargo units is some sort of magnetism. You're not quite sure. It's something keeping them together, though. You can see directly through it. You notice that as it kind of sits, it doesn't completely touch the ground. There's some kind of like legs that are keeping it from touching the ground, and even those kind of levitate. You look at it and you notice that the front end is very futuristic in its make. you see that there are like almost burn marks on the nose and almost like a propeller at some, or more like a jet engine on the front in a way that looks in the shape of a propeller. As you guys kind of look along the sides of it, you notice that there are 6 guards that are kind of on 3 on one side and 3 on the other that are almost like camoed into the side of this very sleek metallic finished ship. Like the whole thing is very metallic.
Is this where the thing is, where they actually like sitting?
They're on the sides, like they're on the outside. You see, like there's a very small little ledge on the like edge of these like cargo units that they're actually standing on.
So it's like ledge and then the actual wall. Well,
yes. Nope, it's just like boom, boom.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Yep.
Like we're like the.
And you notice that a lot of the cargo units are attached like end to end. So any doorways or anything are going to be, you're going to be moving car to car. There's no real side units. You see, I think 2 have side entry points. And as you look through and you go, you notice that it goes in this kind of order. You have like the engine hall of it. And then as you look at the second part, you realize that the second part looks to be mixed with like vegetation and hay with a large side loading door that seems to be kind of scraped and scratched on the sides of it. You see that the third one has what looks to be many windows. You see that there are 2 guards located on each side of that one, so 4 guards on just that one train. And you see some sort of shadowy individuals walking inside of it.
2 guards for that one?
4 total on the third train. You notice that
the first 2?
The first one, you don't really, you see the engine, you see one that has like hay and stuff on it. You see the next one has like what looks to be a bunch of guards located on it and some sort of maybe living quarters or a bunch of individuals moving inside of it. You see the fourth one, so almost to the very like center of where the train is. What looks to be, you're not quite sure, just a normal hall, no windows. And then you see the very back of it, which you're not quite sure what it is either. It's like a completely enclosed structure. So, engine, what looks to be some sort of enclosed room. The third one back would be where the guards would be located, or some sort of living quarters. And then like the fifth one back would be where some sort of, you'll get to it when you see it. You guys make out, though, that the second one and the third one from the back have some sort of, like, hay-ish or some sort of, like, creature markings on it.
Like this, or is it flipped?
Flipped.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. If I lost your spot. Basically, the 2 like center to tail ones are the ones you make out to be either guard oriented or possible like a creature habitat or something. Now, as your guys' kind of skiff lurches on for a few moments, you guys make up one individual that kind of, just as you guys start cresting about a couple hundred feet away, starts walking out and completely covered in top to down white attire, but at your distance you're not quite sure what is an individual. As you see Sam, he looks as Johnny, so he is here. And you guys go cresting off into the night for about I'd say about an hour and a half.
During that entire time I would be going around with my all-purpose tool, and like I have the worst ADHD possible. It's shape-shifting from like a screwdriver to a hammer to a crowbar, and I'm just going around like fixing stuff. I'm tightening bolts, I'm screwing in screws, I'm loosening some just to see what they do for a second, then I'm going to tighten them back up, and I'm going to do that for probably like half an hour.
Okay.
Just figure out to tighten this thing up a little bit, make sure she doesn't fall apart on us.
Sam watches, and the rest of everyone kind of sits there and watches you do this, and it has a little bit of an effect. It kind of sails, I'd say, a little bit more sturdier. It doesn't creak quite as loud. You guys go for about an hour and a half, 2 hours before your skiff finally stops.
Also, at some point, would ask either Sam or the gnome, how does it work?
How's it work?
Sam would just,
How do I fly it?
it's this guy.
Gnome,
You go up to the gnome.
brother,
He's sitting there, very concentrated.
don't blue ball me here. How do you make it go?
I use my magical force.
Something you trained years for and school for?
Just kind of born with it.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I just, I kind of guide it.
Okay.
And you kind of look in it, and there's almost like this, like, runic emptiness. And you just see he just kind of puts his hands in. He's like, yeah, just kind of like imagine it almost. And when I do it, it forces the magic within whatever this runic seat or this chair almost is, and it just guides it.
Okay.
Kind of, I think it's kind of broke though.
Were you born with the like runic tattoos?
Yeah.
Are those what lets you guide this thing? You have other?
No,
things
that's
you-
kind of my magic power, but
Oh, okay.
that's just kind of how my magic affects things.
Okay.
But for the most part, it's more like navigational tools. So
Okay.
that's kind of why I took the job of helming ships.
I'm good with patterns. I can do this. I can do this.
I
I
mean,
want this.
maybe the next time you can drive it. Maybe after the job.
I mean, it's mine after the.
Well, then you can drive it, maybe. Just gotta be careful
Wait, you work for Sam?
for now.
I was gonna say, if he doesn't need you on the train, might have a job either. Right? Cool.
He kind of looks at you. All right, maybe you hook me up. Hopefully, Sam can drive whatever that train is.
Yeah, no, not my problem. Not your problem.
Well, kind of what he hired me to do.
Did he hire you to drive the train?
If
drive the
he
skip.
needed to.
Oh, all right. Well, that's fine. I can respect that.
We'll see, though. Your job sounds pretty enticing as well, maybe. You offer me more?
Probably not. Have you seen that?
He
guy?
just then goes back to driving as soon as you say probably not. So, you guys sit there, you coast down for a minute. The desert has become very cold, and in a moment, you notice that a small little dust storm starts kind of cresting over the ridge. Sam kind of looks over and he's like, that's going to be annoying. We have to stay here and keep a lookout. Shouldn't be more than about 4 or 5 hours. Then we should start getting a solid read on which way it's going to travel. It'll be coming through this part of the desert. We just need to be ready. Now, as you guys are doing this, taking essentially like a small rest kind of, you guys are going to be doing small little watches if you want, or you guys can just take your rest if you want to. It's up to you. But it's essentially about 3 a.m. in the middle of the desert.
I will. At some point after mess with this skiff, yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
And talking to a gnome. Once we're waiting, as we're taking watch, yada yada yada. I will out of a pouch. I will pull out what looks like one of those like plasma balls that when you touch it, like with your fingers, the little
Oh yeah, they try to.
but it's on what appears to be triangular tank treads.
Okay.
It's probably yay big. I'm gonna set that out and I'm gonna start messing with it for a little bit.
And as you start messing with it, you kind of look down and you see something just up into the sand. Looks like some sort of little small beetle.
Okay.
And you kind of look around and everybody's just kind of like, you kind of see Sam and what looks to be this gnome just kind of chilling in the ship. You guys are just kind of hanging out. You guys don't notice this. You kind of tinker for a moment, then you see another one. You see 2.
Okay. Sam, you know anything about sand beetles?
You just kind of, yeah. Yeah, they're a real nuisance. Yeah.
That's
They're
not
really
good.
annoying.
Okay. Well, then we're gonna need this, and I'm just gonna like with the like blunt in my screwdriver. I'm just gonna kind of like bang on it, and there's a crack in it already, which becomes just a little bit worse. And this plasma is gonna just kind of start like it's
it's gonna start shooting towards people within 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
It won't touch anybody, but it will start to create a like kind of barrier around them, and it's just gonna do that for the next couple minutes, and so everyone's gonna get temporary HP.
And as you're doing that, you start seeing that more of these like little bug things start popping out around where you guys are while you guys are kind of resting here.
Hey, look at that first go, fucking dope. Anyone within 10 feet, so everyone. It's 13 temporary HP.
Okay. So you guys wait here. Anybody do anything?
Seeing that sandstorm coming, I'm gonna pull up my scarf over my mouth and just
Alright.
block off that area.
So as you're kind of looking
13.
towards the sandstorm,
Yeah, 13 temporary.
you kind of look up and you notice it's coming, and then you feel this lurching pain at the back of your leg. And you look down and you see this huge bug that is kind of just sitting there, that is just biting and reaching into you. You feel it for a moment, and bum, bum, bum.
And it had the place of ultimate death.
No.
Go straight to death saves.
No, you look at it and you think it's a large bug, and then you look down and you see it's like kind of go to hit it with your hand for a moment, and it just like disperse to a ton of little bugs that like start swarming around you. And you look down and you feel this immense pain, and there's just like this flesh that is now just kind of bleeding out. And you take 16 points of piercing damage as you see these bugs just start ripping through. They start kind of nipping at your arms. You kind of flat down. You look over, and where you are now looking around, you see these little bugs start kind of growing up out of the ground.
Like,
they
we
start
got bugs!
they start kind of making their way towards you. What do?
Take my rapier, just
So you pull it out. As you do that, you kind of get rid of the swarm that kind of goes around you, and then you see 3 larger ones about 30 feet off coming right towards where you guys are. You see a couple swarms that are kind of around them, and then around you see up coming out of the ground a few more like almost scarab looking creatures. As you guys look around,
Scarab looking creatures?
yeah, like
Like
pretty
we
big
talking
bugs.
like something from like fucking
Not 2 legs, they're
Bell's
4-legged
Corrupt or
here.
whatever fucking. We talk like Nyx assassin looking motherfuckers.
Yep, kind of, yep. You see them, they kind of start making their way up. You don't really hear anything other than like the skittering of their legs. You see,
Of
Yeah,
course,
fire
it's
a
actually
pistol
Nyx
out.
assassin. Great. Is
you
it
hear
gonna,
the
does
wind
that,
just kind of going
fire
through.
a pistol at one of the big bugs.
Okay, now as you guys do this, I need everybody to roll initiative. As you guys see these
My
bugs
initiative is
now
an advantage.
rolling around. And I need to go grab these 1 second.
19.
Not bad.
I'm only +1 on initiative actually.
place.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
You
I got
guys
that
are on
turned out.
this side of the map.
Turned out.
Flamethrower one would have been really good against swarms of beetles though.
It would have been. But I wasn't anticipating combat that soon. So I was immediately gonna dispel the protector and then summon one of the other 2. Well, I was gonna wait because the temporary HP lasts until we're fucking.
It's gone, so that doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you only took 3 damage. So yeah, that was fucking excellent timing. Fucking quite
Yeah, but
nice.
We need that flamethrower though.
Yeah, it's fine. I got other fire thing. Got like Thunder Wave. Got Shatter. Shatter's good.
I can't see Shatter being good against swarms of bugs though. But like, in game rules it would. I can't see in like reality something like that working that well.
Yeah, I have like. I also have Web.
What work on beetle?
Yeah.
Alright, so as you guys see, Thunderwave, you guys see 1 here. 1 is already inside.
Like a big one?
Yeah, these are all like, well, you're not quite sure. It's complete black. Who's got dark vision?
I do.
How far?
60.
All right, well, give me perception checks.
Garbage.
Everyone with dark vision or just
Yeah, with dark
Everyone.
vision. Dark
No.
vision. You don't really see shit right now. That's
My initiative was 15, by the way.
okay.
19.
15, 19. Got you. What was yours, Seth?
17?
You get Rough McGuffs,
That's what I'm doing right now.
13 temporary HP.
I got you. Oh, I had a really good one. I'm gonna go first. All right, cool. All right, so what'd you get, Brian?
15 total.
So it's gonna go me, Wade. What'd you get, Seth?
17.
Oh shit. Yeah.
And what do you?
Yeah. All right, so it's gonna go
Well, I
me,
don't have a minus for the
Seth,
dex.
Wade, Brian.
That's also true.
All right, so you see these bugs as they start making their way out. You notice immediately that they start biting and swarming. You notice that some of these are different. They're not all the same. You immediately look around and you see that there is not only one swarm but multiple. As you do so, you fear that there is something else underneath the sand as more bugs keep coming. You notice as you look around, these scarabs, they have large pincers with almost like razor sharp teeth. As you look down at them, some of these, let's go with the big one first, because, oh god. Yeah, they're gonna have a surprise round on everybody here.
Aha! I get attacked while surprised because I'm barbarian. I'm raging. That's the condition.
Okay. All right, so the swarm. So you see the green one right by yellow. Wait, that should be on you. Put it on you. Yep.
What?
Because that's the one that was on you.
I'm. What?
Oh no, I'm blue.
Yeah.
It is going to now go and lash out to you. It's going to do 14.
Hit or to
Yep, to hit.
Miss.
All right, so you see it as it goes to bite at you, you kind of slap and dash them off. That is all that they do. You notice that the next one, we're going to see these guys over here. What? We're going here. These guys are all going in. Let's go.
We're on like a boat thing right now, right?
No.
We're on the ground now.
Yes. You can be on a boat. That's fine. You want me to go grab the...
Yeah, no,
I thought
you
we were
got
all-
it. Hell yeah.
I thought we were all chilling on the boat, waiting for the
I thought
thing
we
to
were
come.
too. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, sure. That's fine.
We had no reason to be on the sand when we had a boat.
I was like, I
When
thought
did
we
when did we get on the sand?
No, I know.
I don't know.
Did we
I
ever,
guess-
like, say
Did he
we're-
did he tell us we got on the sand at some point?
Nope.
No, I don't.
How did this beetle pop up behind me? And why am I in front? Like-
I'm also not surprised by bugs, considering I noticed them and confirmed that they are in fact a nuisance. There's gonna be bugs soon. Not even commented. It's like, well, it's a good thing I have this. I knew I was coming.
I thought we'd be on that train thing. But instead we're finding bugs in the sand.
Oh, I thought we were all.
Does Hef eat bugs?
Hef eats what he kills.
Oh, okay.
So,
No matter what.
So if it dies,
Unless it's
can eat
made
it.
of edible things, like it was a golem or something.
There's just so much more to think of.
No, that's.
I get one.
There. All right.
These things can fly.
Right. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, can they fly?
Some of them.
Ah, well, hell.
Some of them are swarms. Some of them are flying around. Yep. All right, so the rest of them, 2 into purple. All right. Now you see this one a little bit bigger coming up to you. It's gonna go into you twice.
Coming up to me?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I'm
First
gonna
one's.
shield.
All right, so the first one's gonna be 22. The next one's gonna be 19.
Miss.
All right. After that, after seeing them, you see the rest of them are going right towards who's yellow.
Me.
All right, they're going all after you. So move those back 3 towards you.
Have I had a chance to be? Is the surprise round happening right now?
Yep.
Okay, then I'm raged. That's good because I get to act during a surprise round as long as I rage.
Okay, what was your initiative?
19.
19. You can go next after that green one. So the green one goes, and then you'll go before the yellow and the red one does.
Okay.
So the first one is going into you then. Natural 18, Jesus.
That
So
hits.
that one's gonna hit, and then a 16.
That matches, so it hits.
The first one is gonna do 18 points of piercing. Second one is gonna do 6 points of piercing.
It took like 11 damage. I have like 78 HP.
All right, and then you see this
also-
kind of glitter.
That's with.
Okay.
You see this kind of sand just kind of splitter out, and I need a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
Everyone.
No, just from actually, yeah, from purple, yellow, and blue.
Well, we're a natural.
Garbage
15.
10.
Nice.
All right, so you fail this.
20 total.
All right, so as you do this, you are outlined.
22.
You are outlined in this blue light. You start kind of humming with this kind of blue translucent light that starts flowing over you. You cannot be invisible, and in addition, certain creatures within 1 mile of you become very aware of you and can basically track you. So as this kind of goes over you, you feel this, and that is the end. You can act now.
Hey, I'm gonna attack the green spider. The one next to me, the one that hit me.
The scarabs.
Scarab. I am raged, so I have to fucking click that. First attack. Does dirty 20 hit?
Yeah.
It's this damage. 11.
I need a light source.
11?
Yeah, 11's magical slashing damage.
Okay.
Here's the second attack.
You just slack into it and you pierce through a couple of them.
19.
That's just enough as you kind of cut back with one more. Or biting, excuse me. So you're just eating these? Okay, I need a constitution saving throw.
I'm not eating them. I'm just like fucking.
Yeah, that's fine.
spitting
You're
them out.
biting them. Well, you're still getting them in your mouth. I need a constitution saving throw.
$14.
You just pass. You feel this kind of sickening start like pulsing through your jaw, and then you kind of withstand it. You have a slight fart though. It kind of leaks out, but a little wet, but you're good. All right, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
All right, the next two are gonna go then. They're going into you right behind. So move, make sure they're close
two?
enough. Yep.
These ones? They're
Yep.
going into weight?
Yep.
They have advantage on attacks, by the way.
21 and a 14.
14 misses.
Okay. You're gonna take 15.
What would half of 15 be?
7.
7.
71
HP.
And that's it.
That was 2 beetle attacks?
Yeah, I missed the other one.
Oh, they only attack once.
Yeah, those do. All right, so now into normal initiative. So you see McGruff, he's gonna wheel back, and he's just gonna take a little cutlass, and he's gonna just stab at the swarm. That's gonna miss. Jesus, natural 5. All right, I'm just gonna go. Move me up, Wade, to where purple is, so I could
Which
hack
one?
into
Are
that
you
one.
pink?
I'm pink.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Just
which
move-
one?
Purple.
Right here?
Yep, that's it. All right, and then I'm just gonna. That's it. That's it.
Oh, the beetle I hit, by the way, the one I bit,
All right, on to
it
you,
has 10
Seth.
foot less movement.
Okay. What you doing?
Who are you talking
Seth.
about?
Me.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Well, I can't see the dark, so I got disadvantage, so no stick attack
Yup.
from me.
And these are swarms of bugs.
Well, you could sneak attack if you hit
No.
any of these.
That is only if I don't have disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
And I have disadvantage because it's dark. I can't see.
I get torch. Free action.
I don't think it's free action.
Not free action.
I think it's an
Using
action.
an option. Using
Using an
No,
object
and-
as an
and-
adject,
I-
as an action.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a shot
I
at.
think even in the torch description, it's like you can light this torch as an action.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a shot at one of the spiders surrounding Wade.
Okay.
The lowest is a 10.
That'll miss.
Bonus action swipe with my dagger. It doesn't get anything other than.
What was your highest with your hit?
No, that was disadvantage. So the lowest was what I got.
Oh, I got you. Sorry.
I just swipe at one of the spiders with my dagger.
All right.
It doesn't have any modifiers to it. 10, does that hit?
Nope.
Do you have anything that makes light?
Yeah, I do.
I need to see how this
I have.
works first.
Okay. Hold on. Where is my
Where?
dude at? I need a D4.
All right, Mr. Yif. Oh,
Okay. My movement. 30. I'm gonna move 30 feet however far I can, and one of them does not get an opportunity attack. Only one of them does. This is 2 of these.
got you.
Because of my what's thing.
Natural 17 plus 21.
Yeah, that hits.
All right.
I don't know how far 30 is. but-
You are going to take 12 points of piercing
6
damage.
because you use reaction to be like, bitch.
Candy dodge!
All right. On to you, Wade.
I'm gonna bite this thing again.
All right.
What's the dice?
My bites.
And
I keep fucking accidentally hitting the thing that explains it.
Oh my god, why don't you roll
It
it?
was
and then just-
19 because this has
Okay.
it. I don't do math. 19 hits.
Yeah. I mean,
First
yeah.
hit does 9 damage.
All right.
Second attack.
Did you remove the one you killed?
Oh,
Did
no,
any of
This
them?
one's dead.
Yeah.
You
That's the
killed
one I
him.
bought. Oh, then I'm just gonna hit this one then. I didn't know this one was dead.
Oh yeah. Whoops.
That's what I was
Whoops.
saying.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Whoops. Ah.
All right, so yeah, you're going to
So
that
I'm
one.
hitting the red one.
Yeah.
With 26, I'm assuming that hits.
Yep.
For
We already rolled to see if it hit. You already knew the 19
12
hit.
damage.
Why'd you re-roll it all?
Because that was the second attack. I did
You
one,
killed it
I
last
did-
round.
I was talking this. I'm doing this as my turn.
Right, but
I
I'm
did
saying
2 attacks. You told me that spider died on the first attack
no,
or last turn.
last turn.
Then both my attacks are going into the red one.
Right, that's why I'm making sure you're doing
Yes.
both into. Yeah, I'm just making sure you're doing both yours into that one.
The second attack this round was 26.
Okay, I was just
And
making
it
sure
did-
you're first.
It did
Gotcha.
14 damage.
Okay, so. Oh, yeah.
Magical slashing.
So that one's down too, the red one. So you see 2 of these now, and it kind of. And I need another from everybody. I need dexterity 13 saving.
Everyone?
Yep, that's
Oh, wow.
that's in there except for
Base
me, except for my
16.
guy.
Without my modifiers.
And that
You
was
forget.
another deck save?
Yep.
Whoops, that's not.
12.
You gotta make 13.
Yep. Nope. So you're covered in purple.
Wasn't he already though?
Yep.
Hasn't been my turn yet, so 7.
Well, I still have my bonus action, so I'm gonna attack again
Okay.
with Hungry Jaws, which is gonna give me 3 temporary HP,
All right.
but I have to hit. But it's at advantage.
Now at this point,
24 hits, I'm assuming,
you
for 12 damage. This one takes 12 damage.
and well, he's fighting right now. So you give me a perception check, and you can too, and I'll do one as well with McGruff. Fails. Rolled a natural 2.
Yeah, the yellow one takes 12 damage. I'm gonna use my turn to swing a little bit
21.
to here.
Okay. You hear what you heard previously in town off in the distance. And at that moment, Sam, who's kind of off in the back end, out of the fight, he kind of... What's that sound? What's Boys! And he kind of is yelling down to you. I think he's on it! So, on to Brett.
Cool. Neat. Okay. Yeah. Do I want to do that first? Or do I want to do that? Yeah, fuck it. It's fine. I am. I'm gonna pull out my what looks to be like a sawed-off shotgun, and it charges up. There's runes all along the barrel, and this fiery red starts at one end and works its way up. And I'm gonna pull the trigger, and sparkly confetti is gonna shoot out, and it is gonna be fairy fire.
Oh, nice.
10-foot radius.
About to be a glitter party up in here.
Yeah. Here, so which should catch all 4 of them.
Natural 19, 14, and a 9. What is it gotta be? 13?
No, it's got to be 16.
So, what is it? A dex?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, so 2 will pass.
And then the other 2 fail.
I gotta do one more. Yeah, natural 1. Yeah, the other 2 fail.
Okay, cool. So this does a number of things. So the 2 that failed, and including my little sphere, that's what the D4 is, by the way.
Got you.
They are all illuminated in this this magical fire, which sheds dim light
Hey!
in a 10-foot radius.
Nice.
There you go. And the ones that are illuminated have advantage on the attack, even.
Nice.
That
helps.
Cool. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to invoke the magic in my little fucking rotating little globe thing.
Got you.
Which is going to give anyone within 10 feet. I don't know if McGruff is in here, but I don't even think he's taking damage, so I think
No,
he's
he
still good
hasn't.
anyway. So everyone gets a D8. Nice. 12 temporary HP.
Nice.
I don't
Rip 3 temporary HP because it's on the stack. 12 better.
Yeah.
Yep, just replaces.
Correct. And then as even, I'll leave my little my little guy, my bot there. That's my bonus action. That's my action. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just hunker down behind my little shield and prepare for these fuckers.
All right,
That's
yep,
my-
here they
that's my
come.
turn.
Because this one, I need it all the way up by McGruff, the pink, and then the green.
On here
Yep,
or
yep,
right here?
Yep. And then those far 2 green ones, one's going to go on Wade and one's going to go on purple. They're just hitting the next closest thing. So, all right, so the one far right, the 2 into Wade. Here we go, Mr. Jefe. So into you. Natural 19 and 17.
Both hit.
All right, you're going to take 16 plus 17, 33 points of damage.
Gross.
Yeah, 33 points of damage.
Could you
Piercing.
divide that by 2 for me?
16.
16.
You take 16 points of
I
damage.
take 4 damage, so I have 68.
All right, and then onto you, those next green ones into Cobb. What is it?
Cog.
Cog.
Pulling me cog.
Pulling me cog.
Yeah.
Are they disadvantage, you said?
No.
Okay.
No. We have advantage,
You have advantage.
against them.
They're all going to miss, actually.
Nope.
Fucking rolled horrible. And then the one into McGruff. Nat 20 of fucking court.
Really?
Yep, and that crit my fucking
could-
self.
Are you gonna lose Gruff?
He's got 13 temporary HP.
Yeah, he should be good. No, we're good. We're good.
He's a fighter. He's got second.
Execute.
Yeah, I'm beefy. I'm beefy.
Yeah.
I still got like
Yeah.
80. But all right. So that's the end of theirs. And at this point, everybody give me a perception check.
22.
21.
You definitely see you right
19.
after him, and then you right after see just over one of the sand hills this shiny under the moonlight gleam, and you see Sam. There's the fucking. That's it. And you just see he points over, and he points in. Actually, it'd be this direction. As you
Like
see,
over here?
Yeah, it's like coming this way.
This way or this way?
This way.
So,
Yep. No, it's like where he is coming like this.
so, oh,
Like this.
oh,
Yep.
So you can just put the cone down in the direction.
Yep, that would be perfect. Yep.
Yeah, there you
it's
go.
going like that. And as
Okay,
you
there
see
we go.
this, it's about
Why
maybe
are we not
400 feet off from you, and it's getting, I'd say, closer because it's coming, alongside, almost parallel to where you guys are, and it's not stopping. You see Sam, we gotta get going! And you see he kind of snaps his fingers, you see the gnome get underneath. We gotta wrap this up! Get rid of these bugs! And he starts slowly, and you see this skiff start going, and they start moving. McGruff, he kind of holds on as the whole ship starts to lurch. Everybody give me a dexterity saving throw to see if you can hold on while this skiff kind of lurches.
19.
19, that's good. Because I'm going to go get this train.
Could hold on be strength.
This is more like, there's nothing to hold on to.
Yeah, it's your balance.
27.
13.
I have advantage on all decks. Hit decks in.
I might flash at you.
Yeah, natural 20 on there.
It's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna flash at you. It's not gonna be 18.
I need someone to kill all these bugs. There's so many of them, and they keep biting me.
I think it's fucking hilarious. The character that things, and then he chose a creature that would eat.
Yeah.
Like what? Come on, man. Oh,
Alright,
it's still fucking these fuckers.
I'm about to use,
You guys
I'm about to
take
use my
off.
tattoo.
and after about, I'd say, 15 minutes, you guys start catching up to this. This, and this is about your angle. Now, we're gonna keep through initiative here. As you guys say, we'll go through another round, and then we'll say you guys get to this point within about 2 rounds-ish. So you guys will get to about where this is in about 2 rounds, because you guys are about 200 feet away, and this thing can kind of get up and go. So, on to initiative. It is Bryant, or no, it's me.
Rough.
So McGruff. All right, so I'm actually just pulling out my fucking short sword once again. Natural 19. Sweet. I'm gonna hack into it.
What do you think? Natural 19?
Oh yeah, crit! Hell yeah!
he's a
Oh, well
champion.
then that one's done. I don't even roll for that one
This
next
one
to me.
or this one?
That one, because this one is a smaller swarm than the other ones. And then the one next to me. No, I'm not gonna do it.
I'm gonna use a second attack.
No, I'm trying to think if I want to move and maybe prep for the other. No, we'll just go with it. 12 plus 4. Yeah, it's gonna hit. And I gotta roll my
Dex
damage.
saves not matter.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah, what was everybody's dex saves?
27.
18.
Oh yeah, you guys are all good. So unaffected. It just takes up. You guys move on. Yeah. So this far right one is dead as well. So you guys have 3 more left. That's in a mine. On to you, Seth.
So I now have advantage.
Yeah, on 2 of them.
Yep.
I think the 2 green
just
ones.
on the one in front of you. I already killed the other one that I got advantage on.
The one in front of me.
Yeah, in front of
I'm
you.
gonna take a shot with my pistol,
All right. So
and I have to take attack damage with it.
as you do that, and it kind of rings off.
Total of 20.
You see
To hit.
one of the members on this Electrum skiff, a light kind of flicks on, and you see a member kind of leave one of the trailers at that sound.
The 20 hit
Oh yeah, 20 hits.
for that. First is
Does it do at least 7 damage?
It's going to.
Yeah. It's dead then.
It's dead.
Yeah, it's dead.
yeah. At base was 8 before sneak attack.
Yeah, you're good. So that one's dead.
Gonna move and stab with my dagger.
All right.
That one.
So you step up.
Natural 17.
Yep, that hits. You need at least 10 damage on this one.
Higher
Hey, he
D4.
can't do that. His max damage is 4.
It's 9.
He
No.
doesn't have 2 up and fighting.
Yeah, this is.
Oh, that's
yeah,
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
3.
Don't get too up
3.
in fighting.
Okay,
3 damage.
got you. All right.
You have to take
On
5
to you,
damage
Ed.
to get it.
As this happens, you hear a
Just like in a little fire.
as something rings off from on top of one of the far back cargo units, and you see McGruff Or no, actually, I'm behind one of the sails. It's actually going to be you. Cocked. Yeah.
Fuel time.
18.
Just hits.
Okay. 9 points of piercing damage. Did you hear as the shot goes off and it kind of lights up, and you see this individual on top of one of these cargo units just sunder shot into one of your guys' skiffs, as now you guys pick up and the speed is starting to get to about 20-30 miles an hour as you guys are almost going side by side. Onto you, Jeff.
I'm gonna hit the one that I have advantage on without reckless attacking, because it's the green one that has it still, right?
Yeah.
I need to keep it alive because it's the only light source.
No, the yellow one.
My little globe is also giving off 10 foot.
The yellow
then
one.
I'm gonna
the
reckless
yellow
attack
one
the
is the
yellow
one that has advantage.
I'm gonna hit the green one then with reckless attack because fuck it.
Okay.
How far away is the train from us right now?
And that 20'd it.
Nice.
Yeah, about the back end. This cargo unit is about 40. This is further, and this is where you're seeing the gap of whatever is pulling and holding on.
So we're like 40 feet from it right now.
Doing
Yes.
12.
But it's like a
plus
constant right now.
17 plus 2, 19.
Oh yeah, it's dead.
Damage.
It's dead. You just cut right through it. As you see Sam, we gotta keep up with it. And you see as this little shot goes off, you see part of the actual train kind of start. You hear like a lowish hum, almost start picking up a little bit more speed.
I still have the kill that one.
Yep.
I'm gonna. Oh, this is.
All right, so you killed the green one, Seth. If you can get rid of that green one. So there's one more little swarm left.
I nat 20 again.
Oh my god.
All right, well that one's only got 6 HP.
It's
'cause that's
dead.
all-
I just
yeah.
fucking.
Yep, so you just snarl into it, and then we'll say one more turn, kind of goes through, and we'll keep same initiative. So you're up.
Good.
Alright, well, I'm gonna use my movement to get at the top of the.
Okay, so you guys go up. So here, push your ship all the way to the edge of that map.
Okay.
Yep. And then we're gonna move 40. Okay, so angle slightly. Yep, so that's about where we're at now. So as you guys move up to where you guys are going,
He's in javelin.
what are you guys doing?
So I'm gonna move there. That should pick everyone up. Cool. So I'm gonna move over. I'm gonna pick up my little doodad. And I'm gonna hold it up, and so everyone gets fucking more temporary HP.
All right.
Well, let's find out how I'm gonna get.
All right, as that happens,
Nice.
you see
12.
McGruff, he pulls out and he latches what looks to be like.
Including McGruff. He also gets 12 HP.
Okay, so he's back to where, okay, cool.
12 temp
Yep.
HP.
Temp.
Excuse me.
He pulls out and he looks as if he kind of takes what looks to be like a small, almost like a rope, and he attaches it to the end of what looks to be like a large little hook that's on the side of the ship, and he starts kind of whirling it around, and I'm gonna try and throw it on the fucking train.
I'm also gonna use my spell storing ring to give
15.
to give me a first level spell.
I'm gonna strength check myself too to throw it that far. No! So you see Gruff, he kind of wields this and he goes, "Huh," and he goes to throw it, and it just makes it about 20 feet and then starts skating in the sand. You see he grabs back onto it and he just starts whirling it back in, and that's his action. Okay, on to you, Seth.
Bonus action hide.
Alright, so give me a stealth check.
Oh, is there somewhere?
Oh,
to hide
natural
this?
20. Well, I mean, we're on a boat. I'm assuming I can hide behind like something.
Yeah, there's like a small little ledge that's about 3 feet high on the sides, and you have the side with the red like banners. They kind of like kick up a little bit. to the
30.
side.
I'm not hiding, but I would
30?
love to be like
30.
Okay.
ducked
And
behind
now,
that.
action. I'm gonna take a shot at that guy with my pistol.
That's gonna break your hiding.
Oh yeah, that's the point of hiding. Is to
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Get the advantage.
Right, I'm just making sure.
get the sneak
This is
attack.
lit up, right?
Lightly, just by the moonlight. Actually,
Okay,
what's
Sam.
your? I'd say this would be a disadvantage with moving and everything.
So just a straight roll.
Straight roll. Yep.
That one.
But just explodes. Your hands gone.
That's just poof. No. So after that, Wade's on you.
I'm gonna throw a javelin
All right.
at that man. And he's in dark vision range, so I don't have disadvantage on the attack.
Yo, Bitey, you want to be on that thing?
Hold on, what?
I would just say
I can put you on that thing right now.
I don't know. I'd say it would still be
not
a
right now.
disadvantage because you're
I'm gonna
literally
hold all
throwing
my
jab.
things.
he's gonna, yeah.
So hold.
Yeah. We're within like 90 feet,
What are
right?
you doing?
I'm holding.
Yeah.
Holding
He
what?
told me he can.
I know, but-
the second I'm in range of this dude, I'm gonna double bite this motherfucker with reckless
So you're
attack.
holding your action
Yes.
to double bite him.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're not moving or anything else.
Correct.
Cool.
I'm gonna duck down.
We are within 90 feet, right?
Oh, that ship, yes, on the back
oh, cool.
end, yeah.
All right, dope.
All right, so
Yep.
your turn.
My turn?
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna you're still good on temporary HP?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. I'm gonna vortex warp you next to him.
Sweet.
like,
It's like
yes.
here.
So you just
yeah, so yeah, you are on top of that
Yeah, come
motherfucker
up
now.
here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
now, as you are on top of this, you notice that the cargo is separated into like 4 little slits. You can still walk on top of them, but you notice they're kind of notched. You're on the very almost second quarter of the second one on the back end. As you sit there, lay into him.
Can I push him?
You want to.
Like how would I do that?
Strength check.
strength check.
Something
Would it be athletics?
Let me double
I
check.
think they're.
I have advantage on pushing objects.
think
I'm
you-
pushing things.
Yeah,
Do I
are
get
you
that with
still
powerful
raging?
build? Yeah.
Say you, yeah, you get that as.
Hang on 1 second.
I think they're contested strength.
Yes. I'm just. That's what. Well, that's what it's going to be. Is contested strength. I'm just seeing what his strength is. All right. So you go up there and you go to push him. I roll a 6.
20 was my highest.
Okay. So you see him and he's
I'm just like,
yeah, and then you see him and he just and he just goes and he just and you just see him just evaporate into the sand. His body's back full on, boom, off, pushed in. Now you have the top of this. At this point, you actually see another guard coming up from this side railing. He makes it up about 3 carts down. As he sees that happen, that's all he sees. You see him move up. Now on to McGruff. As you see him, he wheels it back in. He's now move these all up 1. And yep. A little further. 5 more, right there. It's gonna go here. Okay. All right. Yep. Strength check. Let's see if I can throw far enough. Hey, there we go. So there's a 15. All right. So that's gonna be. Now I'm gonna try and. Oh, nat 20'd it.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just. And you see Gruff just throws it to the very back end of it. Okay. And then I'm gonna tie it off on the back side of the boat and make like a knot. And now we're attached to it, and you see it just kind of like a tightrope to the end. And then I'm gonna move along it, and I'm gonna climb all the way to the side of that. So put me pink up to the corner of that, because that's 60 feet. Yeah, easy peasy. And then I'm gonna sit right there, and I'm a fucking action surge. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
you can second wind.
Nope, I'm good. All right.
You know he's taking damage.
No, I'm good. I got 80. Life fun to you, or
He's got a bunch
set
of-
fun to you.
How far, like, how much space is the rope itself?
The rope is 50 feet, but it's got about 5 feet on each end tied off, and it was tied into a harpoon, like little hook thing that I threw on that was on the ship. So you got like a tight rope of 40 feet. Like
From here to here, how many feet is that?
from the edge of the boat to there is 40 feet.
I mean, from here to there.
That's probably 60.
You'd have to bonus.
There's squares
Can
on the
rope
boat.
bonus action dash.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, there are.
Yeah, there's squares on
Can I? Yes, I
Yeah,
think
rope
so.
can.
Yeah.
Cutting
So
actually
it
dash
should be
can.
like,
Yeah, I think it's dash.
so it should be
I
like
think
5.
here.
It's probably like 10. So it's 10 feet off the boat.
Yeah, I think
15,
Yeah.
It's movement and hiding.
20, 25, 30, 40, 45. Yep. Yeah. Bonus action dash is
All right.
take a and action take a shot at that guy.
Give me an acrobatics check.
it's gonna Naruto run up the bitch.
Boy.
I could do it,
You know
but
how fast you'd have to run to
I'm also.
like
a cat.
from Naruto running.
15 plus 4.
Oh yeah, you're
70
good.
miles.
So
I've never
you take
thought
right
I
after
really-
Gruff and
I
you just
saw it.
tight rope it up after him. All right, that's yours.
Taking a shot at him.
All right, take a shot. Oh wait, didn't you dash?
Yeah, bonus action.
Oh, you're right. Bonus. You're a fucking rogue.
Oops. 20.
Forgot.
Does that hit?
Oh yeah, that hits.
That is a D10. Yeah, D10. 14 damage,
All right.
piercing.
You see him, and he just takes the damage, and he's actually just gonna drop down out of sight. And you see that as his reaction. So he's just what you see out of sight now, and he drops off and jumps down onto some thing. He's out of sight. And your turn. All right, Mr. Cog.
Okay. Sam, are you coming too?
I'm not coming. I'm gonna be keeping the skiff behind.
All right. Then yeah, I'm just gonna fucking I'm at the very least gonna try and get up this fucking rope. I'll probably have to dash to do it as like a full action. We determined that it was like 40 feet across.
Yep.
What is this?
Yep.
All right, cool. I have 50 feet of movement with my dash, so I will be on there. With my little doodad.
All right, give me an acrobatics check.
Fuck, I'm bad at that.
Let's see if you do get on there.
I mean, even then I have a thing to do. Fucking.
Sad didn't take that whistle now.
Yeah.
The whistle you found earlier for a play ride and give you flight speed.
Yeah.
As long as he kept blowing in it.
Yeah. He's like,
Oh God!
as long as you're whistling, you can fly.
Hey, a perfect scenario. You never know when you might need a whistle.
No, you stop.
I have other. Oh yeah, I have other.
How long have you
things.
been blowing? Give me a Constitution check.
No, it's like you can blow equal to your Constitution. mod.
Yeah.
This is a dex save. No, this is
No,
acrobatics.
acrobatics check.
I was like, what the fuck are we doing? Skills. Oh, okay. I'm halfway. Okay. I'm gonna flash of genius for a 17.
Okay. So you, and then gather yourself and make it to the edge. Okay, so you guys are all at the top of this. What are you guys doing?
How's everyone on 10 HP?
I'm good.
I'm good still.
We're just gonna keep
What's
initiative. We're just gonna
what's
keep
the
it
floor
rolling.
of this made of?
Give me an investigation check.
I was just wondering what it looked like, not like specifics.
Some sort of hard, like metal, maybe.
Okay.
You can tell as you kind of look. There's other materials.
I'm not the smart. You have something to get us down there? Just point like at the ground.
As you guys are talking, you see it just kind of jerk, and it kind of tries to throw you off. Any dexterity saving throws from everybody.
I was just about to do so.
Don't have much
18.
time. They know you're up here. 18, you're good. So you, whoa, and then you catch yourself.
5.
5, you're knocked prone.
Okay, that's fine.
17.
I need to
17, you're
I need to
good.
be prone anyway.
So you get knocked, and then you guys gather yourselves. McGruff, we need to get inside or something.
Here comes the auto tool welding torch.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my little doodad, and it's gonna go from being a screwdriver to I don't know what would punch holes in metal other than a screwdriver, like a crowbar. I'll turn it into a crowbar.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start like hacking.
I'm gonna look
at
over
this
the
thing.
edge.
Okay,
see
so
if
you-
there's anything over there.
You hack under and you get under some of the sheet metal and you kind of pull some of it under and you see that some of it's made of wood underneath.
Yeah.
And some of it's, possibly able to just be punched through or maybe broke into or something. What are you doing?
I want to look over the edge, see if I can
See over?
the door.
Or so you go over, you look down, you don't see a door, but you see a small little ledge that kind of runs the whole side of this cargo length of this
Is the
ship.
guy still there or not?
You look, you see no guy. You notice though that there's notches that kind of separate a bunch of this up into little divided, what look to be possibly rooms.
Any windows?
It doesn't look to be, though. As you look at it, you see that these are little. Give me an investigation check or perception. It's up to you guys while you guys are up here. Whoever's looking intently at the actual hull of this cargo unit.
I'm currently trying to rip through it. Does that count?
You notice that there are magical runes as you're getting in it. You're not quite sure what they are.
Investigation or perception?
Or arcana.
I don't have Arcana, so
I got that.
so 22 with disadvantage as
You
well.
notice that each cargo unit has some sort of rune on it. And they're all lit up. They all seem to be kind of very similar, if not the exact same. Some sort of magic is imbued within these cargo units.
I point that out to the magic guy.
All right?
Got 0 in Arcana. That ain't
I'm gonna
mine.
use
because my rage is gonna end this after I do something because there's no hostile creatures. I'm just gonna like
Punch
hit
him.
under, like with my hands under what he's crowbarring up.
Okay, so you're just punching into the wood. As you do, you break through and you feel this poof, almost like this reverberation of magic that's pulsing out of this hole. You now broke through kind of the hull of it. It wasn't very hard to do once you were underneath part of this metal lifted up by the crowbar, but as you do, you just feel like this flood of magic just kind of like blowing out like this huge like wind turbine. You don't know what's happening.
Are you fine if I stab you to keep your rage going?
I mean, that's one way of doing it.
Yeah, the bonus action, so it's just a D4. Do it.
'Cause I'm pretty sure I used my action to like.
All right, so as this is all happening, you're just looking and you just stab him into his arm.
We gotta keep the rage going.
You can throw a dagger as a bonus.
But
All right, what are you guys doing?
That's fine.
You guys are on top of this. So you got this partially lifted up. You got a small little hole.
I'm gonna hand my crowbar to the strong boy and dig, and then I'm going to dig out just regular fucking thieves' tools and a dagger and just fucking bits and bobs of just shit, scrap metal. It looks like I have like there's bent earrings. There's just
Some
like,
bobby pins.
Yeah. There's just crap.
Some fucked up lock picks
There's
that
some
don't work anymore.
stained glass, broken shards of stained glass.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna start like weaving them together. And on the end of this, I'm gonna attach it to the end of this dagger. And it actually starts somehow with all the reflectiveness of all the bullshit I have in here.
Yep.
I'm gonna give it a little bit of juice, a little magic juice. And so this dagger now sheds bright light in a 5-foot radius and a dim light for another additional 5 feet.
5 feet, okay.
And I'm gonna pass it to you.
I take it.
And then I'm gonna grab my little protector bot, and I'm just gonna wait until the hole is now open.
Open. All right. Well, I mean, it kind of is open. You just can't see very well inside of it.
Is it lit in there or not?
Not from what you
Can
can
we
tell.
drop in the hole?
Good.
Yeah, it's just bursting out with some sort of airflow. You're not quite sure what.
Okay.
I'm gonna hand back his tool because the hole's big enough now.
I didn't realize that because can I instead think about these runes that I'm seeing?
Give me an Arcana check.
There-
So I
there we
have
go.
the glowing dagger.
Yeah, 100%.
I wanna
You
stick
still
my
have
head
the
down.
glowing. Fuck yeah.
I want to stick my head down and see if I can see anyone down there.
As you do, you feel this immense full of pressure, and then once your head sinks in, it kind of stops for a moment. You kind of feel it from like your neck up to your shoulders as now it's blowing through. And as you look down, you have dark vision.
No, but
It's for the most part
You got a shiny
very
dagger, though?
dark.
I got a shiny dagger.
You kind
in my
of
hand.
light it in, and you just smell like hay and dirt and a little bit of feces, and then what smells like maybe feed. You look around, you see 2 smallish figures that are kind of.
I'm at 17 on an Arcana check.
Well, because I'm not seeing anything.
You
actually,
notice that
like,
this room is way bigger
On the inside.
on the inside
like, oh,
than
fuck.
on the outside.
Put my head out. It's bigger on the inside.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming like there's like hearts like boom, 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 boom.
There's like there's little notches that are sectioned out. They're not all the way down there. It's almost like they're just notched
Well, I
on the
meant
top
like
of
from
it.
behind us, there's like more of those.
No.
It's just that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like multiple cars.
There are, but they're section. It's one, but it's sectioned.
Oh, I get it now.
And once you look
I
on the
get it.
outside, it looks as if it's like maybe 5-10 feet on the top, and then you put your head down, and it looks like a whole fucking cargo train.
Got a TARDIS situation is what he's saying. Or Fantastic Beasts.
Where are the windows from the living room area at?
They're just on one side. They're just on one side. There's only one. The farthest back train. You are on the second up train as you guys are looking into this hole.
Oh,
So the farthest back train, you guys don't know what's inside of it.
I'm jumping in.
You guys saw that there were
Immediately.
guards or something on it, but you weren't sure exactly what was on the inside. There's just green
I'm
stained
gonna grab a
glass.
little gnome man.
well, we
Put
gotta
him on
go
my
inside
shoulder.
anyway, so
Yeah.
I drop in and bonus action. I want to. Well, first I want to throw a dagger like towards the door.
All right, so you throw it to the floor.
No, the door, so there's not light's not on me anymore.
We got to drop in to see where the door is, and you don't have dark vision. So you don't know where there's a door. You just know that there's two ends of the train. So you drop in. Which end are you throwing it to? The back end or the inside?
The direction we need to go. I'm assuming
To the head of the train.
So you throw it to the head of the train. So you drop down, and just knowing your orientation after dropping in, you just immediately throw your light dagger towards the other
I
end.
want to hide in the darkness.
Okay, and then you just, in complete darkness, give me a dexterity check.
Natural 18.
I'll say at disadvantage though, because you can't see or anything. Just to make sure you can have good footing.
So my lowest is natural 18. The highest is natural 20.
All right, so you drop, and you almost stumble over a couple of things that you notice there's like a big mound of hay or something, and then you kick into something, and you hear, and you turn around,
total
and you
is
just
22.
feel fur. You wait a moment, and you just feel fur behind you. You just notice your dagger. It's off the end of the room. It's kind of humming. You see it's like stapled into this like small jutting metal door that's kind of connected to the other. It went almost like 25 feet. And as you do so and you drop down in now, you just see darkness around. It's kind of humming off, and you just feel this fur and this small low growl snarl that is like right behind you.
And I'm going to hide using my steel.
Okay.
At this point, he's on my shoulder, and I've jumped down.
Okay, so you
not
jump
being
down
sneaky
right
at all.
after, and you guys both have dark
stealth
vision.
check?
At this point, yep. As you guys see him trying to hide
27.
into whatever this is, you just
Darkness.
see.
This is darkness.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but
So
you
they can see that, but
right. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just hiding.
You're just like
27.
behind, and you feel like this fur. And as you do so, you guys right behind him.
what am I hiding behind?
Well, you see right behind him as you're like up against the wall where he thought this is the end. You see like this small beast. You're not quite sure what it is. It has like an owl-like face and almost like a bear-like body that is kind of just like a very like small figure of it. And then you see on the right side of it, of this car train, you just and you see another little small one. They come up and they're just like, and they're just kind of looking, and you're just like, and they don't seem to be very hostile whatsoever. They're just kind of looking up at you. They're,
Well, I can't see shit because I threw the dagger into the wall.
right.
So.
They can though. So you just feel this fur that you're mounted up
anything by
against.
that door, I can see, but anything over here,
So I can talk to animals, but the owlbears count as animals?
Can you talk to beasts? If it's beasts,
Speak with animals. Beast sense.
I would have to double.
Would
It's a
monstrosity
monstrosity,
Would a
no.
monstrosity count as an animal?
No, I don't think so. Excuse me. But yeah, you guys see this? What are you guys doing?
Well, hopefully, I'm just gonna grab the collar of
It just kind of comes
Heidi
up.
man's shirt.
I'm 27. You gotta try to find me first. No, I'm joking. I'm gonna.
You're trying to hide. I jumped down. You're right here trying to.
There's nothing to hide. You just see hay, and
You're
that's
just
it.
like in the middle of the room in the darkness. Like I'm sneaky. You're like Crunk, except everybody knows where you are.
Kind of up against the wall.
So I just like walk up and I just grab the collar of her shirt and I just start walking to like the door as quickly and quietly as possible. Because like I don't feel good about killing like baby animals.
All right, so as you guys drop down,
I'm gonna pull
And if
out.
there's baby animals, there's a mama animal, and I don't want to deal with that shit right now. We got things to do.
Well, since we're at the door now, I'm gonna pull out the dagger from the wherever it hit,
got you.
and got like a
out
20
of
dagger now.
fuck it, out of my little pouch, I'm just gonna pull out what looks to be like a deflated soccer ball. And I'm just gonna like throw that on the ground as we leave.
You gotta find the right one.
Battle map.
There we go.
Welcome to. Yeah, so this is now. We'll just keep this one for now. You guys, as well as myself, have all dropped down in here. Now you just see these two little creatures. You have thrown it at this area where you now see what you see basically before you. You notice that there are just these two small little owl bears that are just kind of like looking up at you. They kind of just start pecking at the bottoms of like your boots and stuff. But
Yeah, I'm gonna out of my bag. I'm gonna pull out what appears to be a half deflated soccer ball, and I'm just gonna like throw that on the ground.
you throw it and it just kind of hits it a couple times, then it bites onto it, just, and You see a little bit of that air just diffuse, and then it's like caught on the end of its beak, and it just starts like throwing it around. All right, what are you guys doing?
I take out a bone because I have bones.
Of course you have both.
I have
Why wouldn't this
various
man have
human
bones?
body parts on my body.
Want to
and
investigate
an
that door
arm,
and want to see
and
it
I'm just gonna like
trapped and or locked.
I'm just kind of like swing them and see which one they want more.
Okay. As you're doing this, you literally see the door just kick open, and a guy walk through with a rifle, and he just
I
points
guess I'm
it.
not investigating.
And as he
the door.
does
At that
so,
point, I toss these away.
okay, so you toss it away, and it's just this, a large bullet just rings through, and it's gonna go right at yellow. Natural 20. Nice.
Silvery barbs.
Okay.
You fuck bitch.
That's 20 again.
Natural 20 again!
No shit.
Right there, I shit you not, look. Oh my god, it is!
That's nuts. I'm gonna give you advantage on your next attack.
18, or no, 22 points of piercing damage, halved 11.
I still have 10 health.
So,
Oh yeah.
Easy crit.
so you guys see this as it just rips through, and now in the doorway you see this individual.
That's
What are you guys
wild.
doing? It would be technically on Seth.
Is there anything to actually hide behind in here?
There's
Not really.
Hold on. There's a light dagger at that end of the train, and you have advantage on your next attack. If that matters.
So just blow this motherfucker
I
up.
don't know if we should use a loud pistol next to a sleeping owl.
Sleeping, they're awake.
The babies
Well,
are awake.
This
Take a
guy
shot.
also just used like a rifle. So maybe,
Yeah.
fuck it. Why didn't
So-
maybe
Yeah, but we're closer to where the Albert could be. What's behind it?
also true.
We even looked around.
I mean, we fell somewhere over there, right? And then we moved up. Doesn't matter. Gonna throw one of my daggers at him.
That had advantage.
Yeah.
Hot.
$25, does that hit?
Oh yeah, that hits.
Dagger is D4. Oh,
I need to attack.
Yeah, that is all that's required for sneak attack. Is advantage or a friendly within
Yep.
5 feet.
so long as I have advantage.
So like
Actually, it's not a friendly within 5 feet. It's an enemy.
All right, so how
oh,
much?
an enemy, yeah.
So,
We get third party.
What's this? Hopefully
Then
you need advantage. The road.
4d6.
All right, wait, you're next. So
How far away is this guy? Close enough for me to
you
bite
can
him.
literally see it.
Yeah.
Close enough.
23 damage.
All right. You see him, and he starts just bleeding out. He kind of slumps his rifle down, and he just yells back, "We got company, boys!"
Bonus action, second dagger.
All right.
16.
Hit.
That hits. Yep. Just barely.
1 damage. Here it comes.
Nope, the max I can get without
Max damage.
modifiers. 4 damage.
All right. Doesn't drop him. Almost.
Oh, I'm gonna eat that guy, man.
All right, onto you.
I'm gonna eat that.
I'm gonna eat that guy.
Oh,
I'm fucking whammied.
Whammy up.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
All right, so you whammy all the way up. Now what? Slamming.
Oh, right. we did the
Slamming.
as well. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
From
19 hit.
Yep.
13 slashing damage.
Yeah, is he still on your shoulders? I'm assuming you dropped him.
You want to still be on my shoulders? He's still on my shoulders now.
Okay, so you're just carrying him up.
I'm just like.
I am a small creature.
All right. What? What damage?
Routing your
13
Yeah,
slash
he's dead.
lizard.
All right, so after this, you just see him
I
fall.
swallow part of what I.
The doorway
I'm like,
is still kind of hung open. It's somewhat
Not
dimly
poisoned
lit.
like those beetles. Pretty great.
What do you guys do?
I'll hop off and I'm gonna start.
I'm gonna grab my daggers out of his corpse.
Yeah. I'll make sure.
Well, I have 3 daggers now.
I was gonna say I'm gonna make sure you get your shiny dagger again.
I got that. And
All right,
plus
so you pull
my.
it out. You guys make your way. You see Gruffy just starts making his way up to the next door. All right.
While we have a second of downtime, I'm gonna refresh temp HP if necessary. I don't know who needs it.
I do.
So the
Yeah,
next door is
6.
the next door open or closed?
That's more
It's
than
open
I
now 'cause
had.
you just walked
Well, I
through
mean,
it.
like the door on the other side of it.
It's just one door.
Oh, so door then next
It's all
door.
joining.
Okay. That was like like a train where it's like
Nope.
boom, boom.
Oh no, this is not like a normal train.
Okay, just making sure.
Nope, you're good. Or you would have been able to like see in between the divots of it and been able to jump like in between them.
Is there light in that room?
From what you can tell, give me a perception check. It's very dimly lit, but you can barely see in, and as you do so, you notice
Nothing. If there was light in there, like if it
a little
was lit.
bit. Dimly. Nothing's like well lit in here, no.
I've just disadvantage.
Are there any
Perception.
light switches in this room along the walls?
18.
18. As you look in, you see it looks as if there's another, what looked to be maybe like an actual cargo compartment up ahead. You're not quite sure, but you
Wait a
see
minute,
what
what
looks
was
like
the guard?
some.
What was he? Was he like a human?
Are you?
I'm asking because I ate him.
Are you regurgitating
I mean,
him? You
I'll
find
say in the last
Like
moments,
I'm eating him right now. What am I eating?
it looks
What
like
kind
a
of meat
half
is
elf or maybe an elf.
Tender,
Half elves have dark vision.
lean,
out.
stringy.
If he's human, he might have goggles.
Okay.
Fucking swipe off that bitch.
What does this meat taste like?
Meat tastes like.
Pick meat.
All right, Kickshaw, settle down.
I just have an arm out of salt.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
Both of you are fucking cannibals, eating people.
Except
Come on, what are you guys doing? What are you
I
guys doing?
am a lizard
hey,
man.
Hey, come on, you guys are getting off track here. What are you guys doing?
I go.
Okay, so you just run on in.
Barbarian.
All right, so you run on
I
in.
have to, or my rage will end. I'm gonna get so much out of this one
I was
range.
gonna say you can.
I'm pretty sure it ends like next turn. But like,
So we're in here now?
Yeah,
it's a minute.
Well, this is, you're not, he is.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
So you go running on up, and as you do so,
I would-
you bust through part of this door.
I would like to not be.
And as you do, you turn, and it's dimly lit. You see
you rip
boxes
off?
right in front of you, and you see large sacks to the left.
So I'm gonna
It's
stay
very
right
dimly
here.
lit. You don't see anybody. And at this point, you look around, and your rage fails.
No.
As it drops, you look around, you don't see
But
anybody.
actually, in next turn, anyways.
so looking in, how high are those boxes?
Some are about 10 feet, stacked 2 to 3 high, and some are about 2 to 3 feet, stacked single high.
My
So we have to
little,
hide behind. I'm gonna walk in and stealth.
All right.
my little doodad's gonna go off again, which is better. 8 temporary HP.
Okay.
I think I
28 for stealth.
All right. At this point, you just hear the other end, a door. It just kind of closes.
Oh,
What are you guys
door
doing?
closed on that end.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yep.
Well, is everybody in here now?
Yeah, everybody's at least moved up right behind you.
Okay,
I'm
gonna
hiding, like,
I'm
right
just gonna
here.
like fucking meander up. Like I
Alright.
give a fuck.
You meander up. Give me a perception check. You don't see anything initially.
How far are you meandering?
14.
You
like
see
fucking.
tons of boxes and crates within this room.
Yeah, I technically can't be surprised.
Are there like doors on the side here?
Yeah, those are
This is a cargo
This is like
this
what
is the
looks like the
cargo.
big cargo loading one on the
This
sides.
is where they would put the shit into it.
How tall?
The whole this one is about what it looks like as you're now inside about 15 feet.
Okay.
I want to investigate that door, see if it's trapped in or locked.
All right, give me an investigation check as you walk up to it because you can't see.
I have the glowing dagger.
Yeah, he has 10
How
feet.
far? 10 feet. Okay, so you
Yeah,
still got
yeah.
you get up to about 10 feet. And
You
you
don't
look.
see anything within 10 feet of him.
You
Investigation, correct?
yep.
19.
You don't see anything. You just see what looks to be a closed door.
Is it locked?
You're not sure.
I attempt to open it. Is it locked?
Yes, let's move
Um,
the door.
It does seem to be locked, though. As you turn it, the handle seems to have like somewhat of a give. Like if it is locked, it's a very weak lock.
I'm assuming it's like the train sliding door.
It's got almost like a
Like it's like a big latch. and then you
yeah. Like
slide it.
when you go to pull it, almost it gives. You know.
I want to try to pick that lock.
I wouldn't even say this is a pick. This is more of a leverage based. So you would need some sort of tool to leverage an arm over. You don't
or
really.
be giga strong.
Yeah, or to break the latch. There's nothing really to pick
Well, I've
here.
got a crowbar, so
All right, so maybe
I
if
can
you
do it.
give me a strength check to see if you can pry it open a little
We have
bit.
a crowbar. We have a barbarian. Put those two together. Bacon's fucking.
I don't even need the crowbar. I have advantage on ripping this door open.
At this point, everybody give me dexterity saving throws as the cart lurches once again as this whole train goes through.
Well, my dex
10.
is 20.
Fail. You're knocked prone.
20. for
20.
dex.
You guys are both just lurched down and knocked prone. So as you pull it open.
20 failed?
No, I said you pull it open.
Oh, okay.
As you do
I'm
so,
like-
it kind of breaks the hinge with the lurching of it. It kind of helps you with the momentum. As those two knock down, you pull it open, and you immediately see two individuals on the other side wielding muskets, and they just right into you as you rip the door open.
Thank God you can uncanny dodge one of these shots.
22 and 19.
They both hit.
You're gonna take a total of 33.
Yeah, you have to give them two different
The first one is
Yeah.
going to be 19, and the second one is going to be 14.
Uncanny dodge the first one.
All right, so you take 9, and then the second one is 14. You'll take 23 total as you go right into the next door. Transition this. Now the rest of you are pretty much completely back, so it's going to be he's here, or no, wait. You
Yeah,
move
that's me.
all the way up to here. We'll say, move those guys up a little bit. Not all the way up, because that would have been about mid-train. We'll say me and we're here. So you're 20 feet from the next cart, and then it'll transition. So you guys are going into the next one.
As I'm rolling around on the ground, I was gonna see if there was anything interesting in this cargo.
Investigation check.
Yeah, please.
So wait, you gotta make it 40 or 10 feet. They gotta make it 40 feet to get to the next cart.
Wait, what about the guys that shot him?
They're right in front of him.
Oh, wait.
They're right in front of him.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that it's not like an actual train. There's like it's just a wall there.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna be
Well,
14
then
investigation.
I'll also be in that room because it should open the door.
Right, you're just right here. Yeah, you're right in front of them. They're like right there. There's like 5 feet in between you two. So you just gotta step up and you're right there. So they rip into you.
I'm not getting melee with these guys. Are you crazy?
Well, you're 5 feet away,
You
or
are,
actually
you are.
10 feet away. Well, there's 5 feet in between them. So after this, Wade, it's your turn.
Hey, how far am I away?
That was a
10.
14 on the
Oh,
investigation.
I'm
You look around, you pop open some of the
I'm
crates.
here.
You see guns, ammunitions, and explosives lined full inside of this whole train.
Dynamite?
D4, all kinds. Some that hasn't even been pre-mixed yet, some that is already made and ready to be like shipped. You notice that some of them has been like bought. You see labeled like Sundered Peak boxes.
I rage.
Can I pick up dynamite?
Yeah. You pick up
What do I
like,
pick up?
you find probably about 2 sticks that you can just detach safely. Give me a sleight of hand check just to make sure.
26 to hit on this guy.
Oh yeah, that hits.
That's doing 14 points of magical slashing damage.
Okay, you just rear back and slam and bite right into him, ripping right through part of his neck and ripping down into his arm. Does quite a bit of damage.
Here's the second one.
So 17 total?
Okay, can you flash a genius after you roll?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's after an ability
You
check.
know?
Yeah.
All right, so
28
you're
hits.
It's a reaction.
good. So you pop 2. You have 2
I'll
now.
double check. But yeah.
There you're good.
9 magical slashing damage.
Okay.
On the second attack.
Yep. So he, the one on
This
the
one.
left. Yep. Okay. Yep. He's dead. You have one more on the other end. As you hear footsteps at the farther end of this train, as you hear, "Get back, sir! They're still coming down. We don't know what to do." Brian.
Well, it's my turn. I'm gonna just stash these dynamites for later. And then, so there's still just a dude in front of, and there's just one
That you
people more?
currently see at the end of the door, right in front of oh god, what's your character's name?
Stefan.
This dude's like bleeding out with meat clenched on his
Oh, no,
neck.
Rivera.
That guy right there?
The one that's dead.
Oh, okay. I'm going. I'm not even gonna like try and enter this carriage yet.
Okay.
So I'm on this side of the door.
Yep, so you're still 40 feet on the other side of the door.
I'll move closer. Well, actually, I don't even have to be with 60 feet. Oh, actually, I would like to get as close as possible, which would be 25, 40 feet from the door.
I'm just moving my double move, so I'm just going to go right behind you, and that's pretty much all I'm doing. And I'm going to pistol
So
shot.
40 minus 25 is what, 15?
I hit.
So I'm 15 from the door.
I do 9 damage to the guy right in front. You just see me walk up, and McGruff, he just...
Is he good still?
Yep, you're fine.
Well, I'm at the guy.
Yeah, he's alive. He's fresh.
I'm gonna I'm just gonna Ray of Frost him.
Okay. You're the only one that's hit him, right? Yeah.
think
You're the
so.
only one that hit that guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna Ray of Frost.
Okay.
I ignore half cover, by the way.
Give me a perception check while this is going on, because you can see further down.
18.
You notice that the next door is starting to
Nice.
slightly be shut again.
27 to hit.
27. That hits.
Okay. 13 full damage.
13. So as you rip through this next guy, he falls. And you notice that the frost kind of emanates over him. And as it does so, you guys have this quarters. As you see, this is a very luxurious quarters. As you look around, you see that most of it is made and adorned in like a yellowy velvet and cushioned. It looks as if all living quarters. You guys know just by traveling through the carts that the next cart ahead is the engine cart. It's the bigger end of it, a larger hall, but you haven't seen too many living quarters other than this one. So you're not quite sure what could be in the engine hall room. You guys look around in here. Give me a perception or investigation for those that are really looking around, looking for anything.
Yeah, I'll set my little bot down. Who wants the juice?
I would love some juice.
Me juice.
Yeah. So.
Investigation?
Yep, what are you
13
looking for?
temper HP. You taking that, baby?
Gold.
Gold. All right,
So that's every
18.
You also get that.
you make it about 10 feet up. You lurch right into a door, and you see right in front of you a chest. As you go inside of the door, you see a small little like wire on the other door as you open it, and a huge explosion just rips right off inside of that room. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
In the chest is also a mimic that's lashed on your ankle.
Saving throw?
Yep.
It's a good thing I'm way back here.
This is gonna do. Oh God.
17.
Okay, you succeed, so you're taking half.
He takes none.
Okay,
He's
so
a
then
right.
as this
I take
happens,
no
you see the
damage.
tripwire,
He's like,
and then you just dodge back. Though the rest of you, you guys aren't close enough, barely. So this whole room, from this whole section, is you are here and you jump back. This whole part of the room just gets blown off as a large eruption just takes off, and you just see smoke and debris just start billowing out. As it does so, the whole hall is ripping now. And as you see now, your skiff through on the other side, and Sam just, you alright? And he's just waving. I'm good. He looks at you guys. We need to hurry up. And he points, and you guys see ahead that the terrain is starting to change. Off in the vast horizon, you guys see what looks like the desert starting to end, and the horizon is mountain peaks. And you start seeing snow and grass start making its way up, maybe about half a mile. And you guys at this point are going close to like 100 miles an hour.
So I opened this door?
Yep.
So I was right around here
Yep, so you
somewhere.
guys are up there. All right, so what are you guys doing?
I'm
You
gonna
guys are still
go
in your actions.
I have to wait for him
5,
to go.
10, 15,
All right, so you
20,
guys moving all the way up?
25, 40,
I would.
50,
All right, so you
55.
just will move you guys up. Run. What are you doing? Moving
I'm
up.
gonna go all the way up.
All right, so you go there.
5, 10, 15,
You see another
20,
doorway,
25, 30,
and this
35,
one,
40, 45,
a
50,
larger
55,
one. You see
60.
on your side, it looks as if some sort of like makeshift weld is starting to be made, but it's only made at about 1/10 of the doorway. You see on the other side,
Is it this way or that way?
it's a
Or is I
it's more of like a slide and sink. So it's like a slide and then it sinks in about
inside?
4 inches.
So, like, it pulls out this way or that way?
It pulls
Or
in
slide?
towards you and then slides.
I'm big
I'm
strong.
gonna assume he's gonna be up here as well.
So,
I'm gonna fucking.
all right, so
Smack.
you pull, and as soon as you do it, give me a strength check.
I get advantage on these. 24.
All right, so you bust it off the hinges. As you do so, you go to rip it open, and as you do on the other side,
Can I
you
see
just
the went
see.
to the door?
Oh yeah, you guys see a line of dynamite just
Oh,
emitting
shit.
right as you open, and it's just, and you see fire, and you see this large, just 3 individuals just shoot this dynamite right at the base. I need a dexterity saving throw from all of you as they're trying to detach the whole cart load.
21.
21,
20.
20. I gotta roll
Dexterity
1, 2. Yep, dexterity saving throw. Now I got 19.
15.
All right, so as this
Rage heads in because this is gonna do
it
damage.
explodes. You're the only one. Everybody else kind of hangs on for a minute, and the lurch starts detaching it, you kind of shake for a moment, you don't fall, but you stumble back about 10 feet. There's now an actual detach in most of the cart and the main engine. There's about a 5 feet little gap, and then the main engine starts pulling away a little bit. You hear Sam, make the jump!
I grab Rogue Man.
Okay.
I'm gonna like fucking
Throw
whip
him.
him.
All right, give him a whip. You have strong enough. Just give me a acrobatics check to see how you land, because he's literally lurching you into the next cart. He's strong enough to throw you, and it's not far enough. I just need to see if you land.
26.
Yeah, you're good. So you
23.
you throw him. You easily land. You kind of like almost point off of a wall and then land back. Gather your
Around land, I want to take a shot at one of the guys.
Okay, well, he's next in the initiative. So you get thrown, you jump over as well. How are you making it? I'm just gonna jump.
I was
can
gonna
do
pick
these.
him up and jump.
I was gonna jump
with
with
it.
it.
Okay, so you're just going with them. So as you do so, you both go as well. Boom. You
Athletics
all
checks.
with Gruff. Yeah, I need an athletics check for you though if you're taking him. I'll just
13.
up.
Well, I'm raging still.
What is it?
It's 15.
15. So as you jump, you make it, and you just you grab on, but your feet are kind of like dangling. You see him
I've
right on your
clinched
back.
on the edge.
You're
It's
able.
like-
You kind of give me a dexterity check to see if you can just climb up and get onto this. As you land, and the next thing, I made it safe. Hang on, we'll transition this next one.
13.
13.
I'm hanging by my teeth.
Okay.
Oh, that looks neat.
All right, so as you guys, yep, you're on that end. You barely make it climbing in. This one, you see a very thin corridor that goes all the way down. And it opens up all the way down here where you see 3 individuals with 1 individual lined with white clothing, clear at the very end. Actually, we'll use this guy.
Kind of like switch your like Eldritch Cannon, put it on my shoulder.
I'm just gonna like run
You
in
see
there.
these 3 individuals
would take 2 full
who
actions.
shot
I
right
have to
from
dismiss.
Yeah.
You see the
have to
individual
dismiss it,
behind.
and then you
Fire again! And at this point, Brian,
last?
it's your turn.
How long does it last?
an hour.
Fuck.
So yeah, that shit lasts. I got super
How much
lucky with the
temperature did
timing.
you give?
Huh?
How much temperature?
13 is
Okay.
what everyone had.
I had to make sure.
So yeah. It's my turn? Oh, okay. And I've climbed off. So is there like a ledge back here? And so there's a door here, and then there's like a ledge we're sitting on, and then there's a wall here. Is that what I'm getting at? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, you have walls that line it, and it's about a 7-foot corridor all the way down to these guys.
So that is fucking... So if I parked right there, that'd be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 feet to white guy. What's the range on that? Ooh, it's only 60 feet. Ooh.
I mean, there looks like a bunch of doors and shit you can take cover in.
Yeah,
on the way.
that's cool. And if that's so, I'm small. Would moving through these medium boys be still difficult terrain?
No, you're fine.
Okay, so that's 10. That's 20.
You just kind of jaunt through them. Just
Are either of these doors open?
no, none of the doors are open.
Okay, would opening the door be any kind of action?
No, just say bonus action.
Action. Yeah, that shouldn't be an issue. Does that actually get me within 60 feet? Here in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Perfect. All right. I'm a scurry my way underneath some legs and yada yada yada. I'm gonna get in here, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to open up the door.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pop in here, so that way I have a little bit of cover.
All right.
And I'm gonna shoot my. And then I am going to the double barrel is gonna pop open, and I'm gonna take out this what looks like a fucking like kind of like a shotgun shell,
Okay.
and I'm gonna stick it in there, and it's gonna come, and this like kind of white silver is gonna go up the runes, and I'm gonna lean out, and I'm gonna pop it, and it's actually gonna be like a bean bag.
Okay.
And it's going to essentially damn near hit the guy in the middle.
Okay.
But before it, and as it just kind of drops harmlessly at his feet, it's then gonna just create a sonic boom because I'm casting Shatter.
Don't need. Oh, Dex
It is a DC 16
on all 3.
Constitution save on all of them because it's a
That
10.
1, 10
Aren't they
and a
at
16.
disadvantage if they're wearing metal armor? that shatter?
No, it's a creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal. Has
16 is the highest, so the other two fail.
I was gonna say the man in white also needs to make it. Yeah, it's a fucking
20.
10-foot sphere. Yeah, to hit him.
So he's good. So he and the farthest left one, but the one in the middle and the right one fail.
4d8 and then half as
Oh
much.
Jesus!
So yeah, this is the hot one. What?
This is like one of the only sound spells in the game.
Yeah. 7 plus 6 is 13. Plus another 5, so 18, or half as much from the success.
So you see the two on the right just take a ton of damage.
Yeah.
You see blood just kind of rip through as this erupts in front of them, and their ears just kind of blister out with blood as they just kind of grip them. You see other two and one in the back, they kind of like get back and kind of shield themselves a little bit. Doesn't affect them as much, but it did quite a bit of damage.
Okay.
All right.
I think that's everything.
All right. I'm going deep. Gruff is just going to step out, and he's just going to lay into the first one with both. Fucking that one. Reload, shoot. So the second one's going to hit on the first one, and he's going to do 8 points of piercing to the first one. And you see he just kind of starts coughing up blood. He almost falls, and that's it. All right, on to you, Seth.
Is he within 90 feet of me?
Yes.
I'm gonna steady aim and give myself advantage on my attack and shoot the white guy.
All right, I'm just gonna say it'll be at a
Sharpshooter.
Oh yeah, well, he's got +5 to his AC.
Sharpshooter.
Oh yeah, you've got cover. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You're good. You're
I was
good.
like, what?
I don't know. I'm like, what?
Sharpshooter, hilariously the best feat in the game.
Yeah, it's fucking up there. Yeah. A little nutty.
Like, fuck, does great weapon
22
mastery
hit?
give everything is good.
Great weapon master.
Yeah.
It gives the bonus action when you crit.
And since I had advantage, I can
bonus
sneak
action when you
attack.
kill something or crit.
You get another attack or whatever.
Yeah, you can use your
Now,
bonus action to make another attack. If you
D4s.
crit or kill something. But other than that,
Yeah, that's not as good as sharp.
the plus,
Yeah,
I mean the +5 or -5
How
or
much?
+10.
32 damage.
32 damage as you see him. It just rips into him, and you see his white leather starts becoming stained as it starts piercing into him. You see him as he does so. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
You see him now. He pulls up 2 revolvers. You see him as he spins them up, and he's going to shoot both of them. And this is going back into you since you just ripped into him. Oh yeah, 24 and a 19. And he's going to reload it and shoot him again into you. A 21 and an 18.
Both hit.
All
hit.
4 hit. Oh boy.
I'm gonna have one of those damages.
Okay, the first one. It's going to be 22. You have that to 11. And then the next one, 19. So you take 30 points total. As you just hear, as just bullets just fly through. He's then going to kind of
Not 93.
duck
Fuck.
over to the left a little bit. That's the end of his turn. Onto you, Ed. Jeff.
Okay. I am going to dash all the way. Wrong person. All the way up here.
Okay. Yep, you can do that. You can go around there. So you go all the way down the corridor after all these bullets are kind of just whizzing by, and you just kind of jump off to the side rail, and you go laying right next to this guy. All right.
You have to attack.
On you,
the
card.
frenzy draw.
Oh, I can do that, can I? You're right. But I almost want
It's yours.
to activate my tattoo. Do that next turn.
I was gonna say. I'm going. Oh, can you fucking ruin my turn? You probably got
Does
me.
26 hit?
God, I hope.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
It takes 9
My hit was like
magical
22,
slash
I
magic.
think.
The right guy.
On the way, yep. Not as wounded, but starting a little bit.
And
He's just like, he bit me. What the fuck?
No, he's just like, for Wendigo!
it's a fucking 10
I'll
foot
protect you, sir!
This freak is biting me.
10-foot radius, so if I put it right where that left chair is, that would hit everyone and not wait. Right. 10 foot. Alright.
Yeah, if you cast it like
Is that
here or
within
some shit.
60 feet? 30, 40,
Yep. He's off.
50. No, I need to get closer. I'm gonna do the same routine. But I'm gonna dash through here. Well, I'm not gonna dash. I'm gonna use 10, 20.
Right, your party movement, get up there.
Yep, I'm gonna use my bonus action to open a door.
Alright, so you,
Hopefully that doesn't explode.
nope, so you, and as you do so, you see a little bit of a tripwire, and and you see this large explosion rip off on the side. Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
The damage is 20, or 10 if saved. Need to pass a 13.
I need to pass a what?
13.
Oh, okay.
Dexterity saving throw.
1 second. Fuck that go.
Alright. While he's doing that, I'm just gonna move up.
You were.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move my guy up.
This is a dex
So
save.
no win. Oh, halfway to hit.
I'm gonna need a.
I'm just gonna open the door, peek in.
I'm gonna flash of genius. I got one left
Alright.
after this,
I missed,
which is gonna
and I
give me a
missed.
14. So I pass.
So you pass. Yep. So you're good. So you take 10 points of damage, and that whole door and that part of the entire hall just it rips out, and you just see smoke bellowing. Once again, you can see outside of the hall in your skiff, and Sam Purser are still there. He's just looking, seeing what's trying to go on.
White train.
I'm gonna duck back around this door frame.
Yep.
My hair is literally like.
Yep. Just rip back. You see little singes, and yeah, he's just letting loose of it.
And then I'm gonna cast Shatter right up here, 10-foot radius.
Okay.
To hit all 4 of them
All
again.
right. Jesus. Here
So
we
that's
go
gonna be another
again.
4d8. Nice.
And 2 are cocked.
13.
Oh my god. He saved. They all failed. He's the
Okay.
only one that rolled that 20.
13 plus 6 is 19 on a fail.
Okay, so these two, you just see them get ripped off this side, shattered in the sonics, and their
And then-
ears just exploding basically, and then falling to the ground and just slumping
That's
down.
9 on success damage, and that's my turn.
All right, the one on the left, you see now a little bit more hardy. You see him as now you are in close. He starts to pull out what looks like some sort of short-range combat. Onto you, Seth. Mr. Stefan.
Assuming they're behind like this wall right here.
Yep, you can't see him.
Oh, come on.
You just
How
need
far
to
do I need to
get...
move to be able to see them?
Right here's the angles you need to get to probably about right here. Actually, to see him, he gets about right there. Actually, you can probably get back to here, actually.
5, 10, 15, 20.
You just need to be up to where we are at
30.
least.
Can't steady aim, Seth.
Yeah, I know.
You can see this guy. You
Can I
sneak
see
attack
him? Or not?
No, not the far left one. The guy in the white you can, though.
No, I'll take a shot. 24.
That hits.
Now D10. 14.
All right. You see more blood just starts staining down his leather.
So, are you inside that door?
I am. I'm at 50-50, so you could
10.
slide in, but you'd be full in. So it's either hallway or full in.
Bonus action. I'm gonna pop in that room.
Okay.
Hiding back there so he doesn't try to get a pot shot
All
back
right,
on
wait.
me.
It's my turn. Okay,
Jeef.
so for my bonus action, I'm gonna activate my tattoo.
Okay.
So like essentially there's like a fucking big old gator that's just like right here behind like my ear.
Back of your neck, ear, just
and it's
kind
gonna
of
like fucking bleed
all
up
the
my
way
head.
up your face, and,
And
like a tribal
now-
tattoo just
Yeah,
growing on
and
the
a
side.
a shadow gator is gonna like fucking come out of my fucking shoulder and it's gonna bite the white guy.
That's hot. That's hot.
That's so fucking dope.
Yeah.
Fishing for crits. If I had that butcher sing, I would have crit.
Yeah.
For night 28.
28. Oh yeah.
Here's the second attack. Oh shit, hit the wrong button.
You're gonna. Yeah, he's gonna hit.
I think he's attacking.
No.
I'm attacking the white guy. I have reach
Oh.
with the tattoo.
Oh hell yeah. Okay. Oh.
21 to 21
Okay,
hit?
as you do that, he's going to, with a reaction, just, and he's going to shoot right into you with one of his pistols. It hits.
Okay, so both hit.
Yeah. He's going to hit you, and then he's going to quick draw with his other one. They both hit 23s from both.
Yeah.
Okay. So you hit, he's hitting you as well. It's just a reaction. Just a legendary
The
reaction.
first one's 12 slashing damage, and the
Okay.
second one is also 12 slashing damage.
You take 20,
Magical slashing.
22 points of
11.
piercing, so 11 halved, as he just, and then you see
Still
him,
have 10 HP.
you see him switch and drop, and he grabs out 2 more pistols. That's the end of yours. Brian, on to you.
Has he been playing Overwatch? Okay. Alright. Hold on. I fucked up. Use Vortex. So yes. No more second level spells. Okay. Then I'm going to
Out of alcohol.
yeah.
Wendigo's looking a little bloodied though.
Okay. How's McGruff look?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Oh shit, I forgot. I used the tattoo, so I did 2 extra d6 damage. 3 force. A total extra 6 extra force damage.
Yeah, he's bleeding pretty good.
I even had the d6 out ready for it, but I didn't use it. Didn't do it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to okay. I'm feeling frisky, so I'm gonna see if I can get 10, 20, 25, which would put me within 10 feet of Wade. So that'll work. So I'm gonna go 25, and then I'm gonna use my bonus action on my little bot to give some temp HP out, which is one of these.
This temp HP is so valued because I take half damage from everything. It's actually nuts.
Buffer.
And I get max again. 13
it's just
temp
buffer and
HP.
everything.
Like I still have 16
I wasn't
HP.
planning
Like,
on
this one's
using
like,
this
oh my
the whole
god.
thing. I was gonna
It worked. It worked out.
switch. Oh, I was gonna switch.
Like I took that initial damage against those beetles and not since.
Fucking temp HP, man.
I'm full health still.
Same, I am too. Yeah.
Holy shit, dude!
I'm at
It's the
32
fucking
at
Twilight Cleric all over again.
Basically,
You didn't know
basically.
that this was this good.
No, like I knew it was.
Maybe
good,
that's why all
I
these
was
jobs have
gonna
been
do it.
going so hot all this time. You haven't been worried about just me. We got 10 HP the entire time.
Yeah,
We can rob anybody.
Temp HP, Raging Barbarian.
All right, come on. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing?
That was my bonus action. I'm gonna use my action to cast Ray of Frost. Why not?
All right, I'm shooting again. I'm just gonna go while you're doing because I'm not doing anything crazy.
That sucked.
I'm action surging. I fucking 2 and a 5 again, dude.
Rough. Fucking. I got.
Yeah, rough but gruff.
I got an 11 to hit the guy in white.
Yep, whiff. So I whiff 2. I do nothing. That's the end of mine. At this point, he's gonna go now. So you see Johnny Wendigo. He's going to pop over to here. and he's
That's the
going to-
attack of opportunity. That's out of my range, sir.
And he's going to line up what looks to be a shot as he grabs.
I thought I went out right after him.
Oh, you do?
Buff.
No. He goes before
22?
you. He uses an
22
action on
hit?
yours. 22. Yeah, that's it.
Go away.
Well, then
It
how did I
does
act before him
13,
the first time?
13 magical
Because you
slashing
walked into
damage.
the room.
Oh.
13 magical slashing damage plus 1 force damage.
That was almost like a surprise, kind of in a way, because you guys like walked in, so you just kept your initiative, and then I rolled after you. Okay, 13. All right. So he pulls something off of the wall. It looks to be some sort of large rifle. He shoots it once, and this is going to hit you, Mr. Cog.
You guys lined
Okay.
up for him.
This is going to be a 25 to hit.
I'm gonna silvery barbs that.
All right. 19.
Fucking still hits.
All right, and then it's going to pierce through. It's going to hit me, 19. Do you have a 19? Because it's pierce shot. This is going to pierce through everybody, essentially.
18. I mean 16.
Yep, so it's going to hit all 3 in a direct line as you see this piercing shot that he rips off. And it's going to do,
Oh, and I'm gonna give
37 points of piercing damage as it rips
Uncanny
through all
dodge.
3.
37. You said?
Yep. You see him as he then takes the rifle, and as it does, you see this huge bolt as he and reloads something, and you see this huge bullet drop as it almost like recoils him back 5 feet. That's the end of his turn. Now it's your turn.
I'm gonna. I silvery barbs, so I'm gonna give advantage to. I'll give it to Wade. Wade is the one I was gonna give it to.
You hear Johnny.
I'm giving someone else.
You hear Johnny You're not gonna take
I'll give it to McGruff.
any of my loot. This is the Wendigo's family. The Wendigo's armory. This is how we make our money. He just starts spitting out blood.
I'm gonna eat him.
From there, he had a shot at like all of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do I have a shot at him?
No, it pierced like through me
wall.
and the
Does
just
he have
everything.
vision of him though from this angle?
No, he's in the room. He's got to come out of the room.
So
like
went
5
through
feet
the
out.
wall.
Yep.
What it did.
Yes.
I'm gonna
You shot like a fucking elephant,
Bullet, yeah,
shot
essentially.
Gun, yeah.
like a fucking.
McGruff has advantage on his next attack.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Maybe I'll hit.
I'm assuming it's like a bullet that looked like it'd be almost for like a fucking
24.
mounted
Oh, yeah, that
machine
hits.
gun.
And 14.
As you do that, you see more blood and you just
And then
and he's bleeding out extremely.
Diagor.
You throwing it?
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
13. I doubt that hits.
Nope, that misses. Barely. It just kind of ting, 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 ting.
To get from here to here was 5 feet, right? From
Yep,
inside the room.
yep. Then you jump back in. All right.
No,
Wade,
no,
onto
no,
you.
no, no.
He doesn't know what he's gonna do.
10, 20, 30. That's it.
Oh, man.
There you go.
Okay, I'm up. I'm just gonna move 5 feet up closer so I'm in range still.
Alrighty. And I'm gonna use a legendary action and just pop off one. Nat 20. Ha!
On me.
Onto you. And
Okay.
roll the damage. It's only one though.
No, I guess it's having. It has no
It's halved, so 24 halved 12, so it
Still
doesn't
have
even.
temp HP.
Yep, so you still got one.
2 crits eat me by temp HP.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Alright, so lay it in.
Okay, first attack. Fishing for crits. 19 was 28.
Yep, he was that dice
Second
roller.
attack.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I don't do math. It's great.
It is great.
Second attack is 25.
Yep, both
I'm
hit.
gonna use my last hungry jaws. So I'm biting again.
Oh man.
Come on, crit once. Damn it. 26.
Alright, so
So all
as
3
you.
hit.
Yep.
So like first one does 12 damage. I'm gonna roll the force damage last. This one does 10 damage. The third one does 9 damage. And then add 3d6. 5, 8,
Yep.
10 extra force damage. You dead?
How do you end it?
Yeah, I want the shadow gator to like fucking drag into me.
So it just
And
like
I'm-
pulls
and
up
I'm-
over your
and I'm
back. It like latches on around him.
thrash him around.
And it like rips up around his shoulders, encompassing all of his
Can I do
head
a
and
death
his
roll?
body.
I'm gonna do a death roll. I'm doing a death roll like a gator. I'm just gonna like fucking
Spin him.
Yeah.
So you just grab onto him, and you just see out of his shoulder this dark, shadowy, out of like your guys' vision, kind of almost like in a dark, like almost
Could
like
that
a
be an
candle lit
intimidation roll
wicker.
with
It just kind of
strength?
wicks around, and you just see this rolling and this tumbling, and then this body just
Blood's going.
lifelessly just get dropped with part of its like bite marks around the neck. You see this other individual, he just drops his gun and he puts up his hands, Wendigo, and he just puts them on his forehead. Oh my god. He pulls out a stick of dynamite and he goes to literally
I shoot him.
and you just roll to attack. You better hope this hits.
I steady aim it. 26.
Oh yeah. So as he's getting ready to rip it out, you see him, he's getting ready to spark whatever the end is, you just hear this as it just rips through the entirety of this hall.
I want to see how much damage I did for that.
Yeah, I need to know because he's almost dead, but he could still live through
Did you
it.
sharpshooter too, just for kick?
No, he did
27.
not. Oh yeah, that's enough. As it just, and you just see him, and he just slumps forward and poof, hits the floor.
Is there
At
a big
this
red stop
point,
button?
no. At this point, you see the lurching of this is now slowing almost. As you look out the side of this hall, you see now with some of the explosion parts. After about 2 to 3 minutes, this whole entirety starts this almost like a skipping rock. Since it's not being helmed, you notice that after a few moments, the back end starts kind of tail whipping back and forth.
Rip Albers.
So I'm at the very least gonna run up there to the front.
All right.
I'm gonna deal out some more juice.
Okay.
Let's find out.
So you
how
dealing
much-
out some more juice,
Oh, okay. So that's 11 temp HP for
Alright.
me and Wade at the very least.
and then after a moment, you hear.
And then I'm gonna immediately after I deal out the juice, I'm gonna see if If there's anything remotely like the thing the other gnome was dealing
You
with.
turn and you look and you see right at the helm there's like this black purplish spacious just void where it looks very similar as where his hands up to his wrist just kind of like inserted into. And you just go in and you just
I'm holding. Is it tall? I'm holding him up.
you kind of set him under and you literally lurch your hands in and you feel almost like this thick like wave of water that's not touching your hands but like waving around in there. As you do so, you just form almost like a steering wheel with your hands and you just kind of pull back a little bit and you notice that the ship just kind of slows down and it stops skipping. It kind of bellows and ellows out. Give me a dexterity check just to see how soft you can control this.
Not well. First time, 5.
So you just kind of, when it slams in, it
Bang,
stops.
hits it.
You guys all come to a swift stop. At this point, you hear the other skiff come up to the side and you see Sam. He kind of walks into the side.
I'm eating Wendigo right now.
Are you guys all okay?
I want his
I want to
guns.
grab that big ass gun that he shot me with.
You go up and you grab and you run up to the side. You guys start pillaging part of
I'm
it
just emptying
along with
Wendigo.
Sam. You guys start grabbing hauls of gold. You guys end up finding close to 700,000 worth of gold pieces that you guys start pulling out and throwing onto the skiff. In the far distance, after about an hour of looting, you guys start realizing that there are small distant skiffs that start approaching. You see Sam. It's the shafts. The authorities are coming. We need to make it towards the peaks. I guess this is where we split and we go on our separate ways. I'm taking the owlbears though. They're mine. And you see and he grabs the two and he
How close
jumps
is he
back
to me right
onto
now?
the train and him and this gnome, he literally he passes right by you. All right, without anything,
don't look at me.
he grabs on. Him and the gnome, they
Slide.
grab.
Right when he walks past, just right in his neck.
You snap
right
it.
there.
You killing the guy?
Yeah, like a gator, just right in his throat.
So yeah, I mean, it's right behind him.
Bandits.
You literally walk up and just with a moment as he's going, you just hear this
Like,
snap,
I'm just like,
and you just see this body just boom, 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 slumber down to the
holding him.
ground.
I'm just holding him in my jaws.
You
just
see
like,
the two owlbears just fall down onto this like floor, and the gnome just, holy shit.
Our pets.
The two owlbears just kind of look, and the gnome just kind of pushes their asses towards you guys, and they kind of jump off the edge of the train onto your guys' skiff. He just looks back. Good luck. And you just see the gnome just slowly walk forward, taking now Wendigo's and his part of what, him and Sam are going to split. He walks to the front. Oh, by the way, the name is Yulin. And he just hops into the front of the train, and when you see him start tearing off towards the peaks. As he does so, you guys kind of join side. Alongside this, you notice in the distance, sheriffs coming.
Long. For that name.
As you guys take off, this thing tears as it rips through. You guys kind of split off, heading towards the sundered peaks. You guys take your way through your skiff all the way up into the mountains, where you guys depart part of this sundered keep, or part of your ship into the sundered keep, dislodging the rest of your skiff as it's no longer able to be traversed. You take what sacks of gold that you can fill to the brim, packaging up as many. There you go. You just fill it to the brim with it. You start trekking for about another 50 or so miles into the sundered peaks.
Wait, and in the skip?
There's no way it would have gone. And it's kind of beaten to shit after the drive.
Damn.
You guys make your way up into the mountains where you guys literally lose any authorities, and you guys make it to this very small, almost like Asian themed town located in the mountains, where you guys sit there and look over your score. You guys look very accomplished, successful, knowing
I
that.
want the guy that tried to take the owlbears. I want his tombstone that like I fucking ripped
Yeah.
that I put up. It'd be like he should have only asked for one owlbear.
So you're kind of just making this while you guys are just drinking and enjoying in this small, just secluded little
I'm
tavern you
snacking on his
found.
arm, like going
We each
ready
get
while I'm buried.
175,000 gold.
Yeah.
You guys,
Four of us.
yep. You guys count that up. You divvy it up.
25,000.
You guys look at each other.
175,000.
McGruff turns to the party. It's a pleasure doing business with you all. Now, until our paths meet again. He locks arms with all of you, shaking all of your hands. It was a pleasure doing business. But business, as always, comes to an end. And that's where we're going to end today's one shot of
I would eat McGruff.
the Wendigo's heist.
I had a feeling you were
He
gonna
runs! You try and he's a cat, he just
he's
he cuts up. Yeah.
He knows what's coming. He's like,
Like
I
I'm
gotta
sitting
get the
there, I'm
fuck
just
out of
looking
here.
out, I'm like, he doesn't look that he tastes that good. Don't
Yeah,
let that go.
He's like all
If you
thin
ever try to
and
eat me, I will set you on fire.
It's like this gnome. I'm like, I don't really like eating gnomes.
But yeah, so that's where we'll call it.
I
And you guys can now take whatever and maybe pick up that at some other point. But yeah, that was
gnomes is make them into soup.
Wendigo's Wild Heist.
I'm too small.
That was fun.
Too smart. The trouble.
Like,
Yeah, I'm not enough bean on me.
I know.
All right, well, great.
Thank you, Doug,
We're
guys.
the perfect team.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for playing.
they
Thank
meat.
you all.
Yeah.
Dwarves are meaty.
Peace out, guys.
Thick.
Yeah, like